I was tuning into you. I love it.
Nah, bro, he's doing it.
You gotta get that up. Enjoy it while you can.
Right, shalom, shalom, shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We come in week in and week out to preach the truth for the Bible. Before we get started, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do continually teach and rule well according to the scriptures. You know, shalom to your elect. We're going to roll right into this thing, you know, because we are in the times when these other nations that are in power, that are over us, you know, what's the scripture, brother, where it goes into now those that are my it's in Second Ezra. It'll come to me. Hey, but we in the times of the downfall of our enemies and the returning of our Lord, you know, and the nation of Israel being established again, you know. Brothers got some going. So
Second chapter?
yeah, I think that's what
I'm gonna grab the book of Second Ezra, chapter 25 and verse 12. Did you get this?
yeah, go for it.
25 and verse 12. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai power, because Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom.
Yeah, man, that's what you're seeing right now, though. Hey, Esau Edom has his foot on you so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans next, you know. Hey, you got that situation where Jake's trying to come in through the border now, and you got Esau and all kind of other nations just talking down on the situation to the point where it's like, it's saddening. You know, they're like, nah, they're going to mess up our economy. They're going to throw us off. You know, the scriptures ask, hey, has anybody asked about our situation, our well-being? No,
these people. Who asked thou, who quote unquote, thou how doest?
Yeah, how thou doest, yeah. You know, they ain't asking how we doing. You know, hey, they see the low predicament we in, and they thinking, okay, hey, that's good. You know, because they love to see us down at the bottom. You know, they know, once we know who we are and we give reverence to our power, that's when we come back and they go down. You know, but they hate to see it. You got it out.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword.
Yep, and that's what you seeing about to take place. You got the Third World War about to pop off, you know, and people, and Esau especially, you know, you average Joe Smoke Edomites, you know, you think America can defeat anybody. You know, you still got that 2000, the early 2000 spirit, you know, when Esau was mighty in his works, you know, he was killing it with his nuclear might, but now these other nations are saying, hey, you become as weak as we. You know, everybody popping their shit at Esau no more. He's not the pinnacle in the hierarchy of glory anymore. You know, you being found out. You know, and it's through the spirit of power, Yahweh ultimately, so he can show his power in you. You know, where he can show his power based on your downfall. You know, and a brother can grab that too, where it goes into it should no longer be said, the Lord liveth that bringeth the children of Israel from the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth that bringeth the children of Israel from the land of the north. That's what we're about to enter into, you know, and it's ultimately it's for the Lord's glorification, so His power can be shown. You know, you brothers got something?
I got some. Go ahead. Yeah, this is I'm gonna go to Wisdom Solomon 5 and start at the top. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him.
That's what we're doing. And we standing in the gates of the noble. You know, this is getting to these higher elites, and they understand it, and they know what we're saying is true. You know, that's why we get demonized. You know, anything we speak on, whether it's the anything based on his philosophies or the JWs, you know, he's getting shaken up about this thing. You know, you got it out.
Yeah, continuing on. It says, and great boldness before the face of such that had afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Yep. Hey, that's what the brother just read. Hey, Esau has constantly been afflicting us. You know, when the Lord gave us into His hands, you know, he did what He was supposed to do, but He poured the affliction. So He gave no account of His labors. He stripped us of our heritage. You know, He stripped us of who we are. We don't know who we are to this day. You ask your average Negro, Latino, and Native American about themselves, and they lost in the sauce. You know, they say they're black or they're American or whatever. They don't realize they're Yasha'ar, the princes of the power. You know.
Yeah, that's part of. We always bring out that crafty counsel in Psalms 83.
Yeah.
That in the remembrance of Israel will be no more.
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrase. Verse 2: When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of His salvation.
And that's ultimately, man. When we get that, you know, and when the Lord makes His return, you know, and He gathers His elect, you know, hey, these people gonna be in shock, hey, because the vehicle, the chariot that the Lord's coming back in, is gonna cover the skies. You know, that's why it tells you that all eyes shall see Him. You know, because it's going to be a miraculous thing to see this with the vehicle that the Lord's coming in. It's going to throw you people off. You know, that's a lot of that fear and men being in travail is going to come from too. You know, because you see they pushing in the news now all these talks of UAPs, UFOs. You know, but we know what they are. You know, that's the curse that goeth over the earth. You know, especially ultimately for you other nations' downfall. You know, you got it out.
On. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of His salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Mm-hmm. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was He whom He had sometimes in derision.
Yeah, them niggas, you know, them lowly guys, you know. Hey, even our enemies within Israel, they're going to be like, oh man, you know, I had him in derision. I gave him a hard time. He was telling me the truth, you know, but I waved the hand. I tugged the shoulder, you know. So the spirit's going to have you in that time too, a horrible fear, you know. You're going to realize in that day that a prophet has been amongst you, you know. Lord willing, we have that number, you know, because we ready to get up out of here. You know, everybody else playing, trying to make something of themselves on this side. No, man, we ready to get out. You know, Nate, you know, I don't, you know, you waxing worse and worse. You know, pride is a heavy thing, and it's wicked for a man. You know, we ain't shit on this side. You know,
I got the Adam from derision. Yeah. It says to ridicule, mockery.
Yep.
Subjection to ridicule and mockery.
Yep.
A laughing to scorn.
Yep.
To laugh, contemptuous laughter.
Yep.
The act of deriding or treating with contempt.
Yep.
Well, and like you said, that's how our own people look at us. They mock us, they laugh at us, but the way we are our parents, you know, they don't realize that we're actually rehearsing the righteous acts. We're going back into who we truly are, you know, and they think that's something funny and something to laugh at because they're blinded by the spell he has over his kingdom, I should say. You know?
That veil that's going over the people, you know. And if you brothers got someone in spirit, bring it out as well, you know.
Let me finish this out. It says, whom He sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted His life madness, and His end to be without honor.
Yeah. They account how much man. They see us out here in the garments, but they don't realize we're doing the work of the Creator of all things. You know, hey, you peons and you normal people of the earth, you're gonna realize as the scripture just read. You know, these are your men that you had in derision, your future rulers. Lord willing, we get that salvation. You know, we're gonna be those men that in the kingdom to come. Where is it? Zechariah 8. And down at the end where it talks about they're gonna be pulling at our coattail, you know, asking for us to asking to receive the power that's been given unto us via Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because we're gonna be the gatekeepers to the Heavenly Father in that day.
That's right.
You know, just like Yahweh Shai is the gatekeeper on this side for us, you know.
Yeah, I got a little more there. We can pass forward. Verse 5, how is he numbered amongst the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us. And the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. And I'm going to jump down to 8 real quick. It says, what had pride profited us? Because you said about being proud, you know. It says, or what have riches with our vaunting brought us, you know. And go ahead, bro.
You know, you got to bring
Nah, you know what I'm saying? And that goes for E and for our own that turn their back on us or Scott had us in derision. You know? What has pride given you? First of all, especially if you're an Israelite as well, you have nothing to be proud for. You have no reason to be prideful. Because at any given time, he can snatch whatever you think you got that means something away from you, you know? And then what it says right here, Salaki, it says, what good have riches with our vaunting brought us? You know? And first of all, if Jake's never rich, you know what I mean? You might, well, I should say, you can be rich, but you can't be wealthy. We're wealthy because what? We have the promise. You 2/3 out there that are mocking and you know, so they say we're fools for your house, you know. You don't have nothing wealthy. You have nothing to back yourselves on, nothing substantial. You have nothing solid to stand on. You know, we have something solid to stand on because we know that what's promised to us if we continue to do the work. Out of one rotters out, we don't fall out the faith, you know?
Yeah, because our wealth is going to come on the second side, you know, the side to come. You know, when this rulership ends, we're going to have true wealth. You know, what was it, John 14:2, it says, our Father has many mansions, you know, so that's wealth right there. You know, that the brother was going into. And I got a precept, this is Proverbs 1:20. It says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the street.
That's what you're saying right now. You're saying the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua being poured out unto the world right now. And we got the brother that's here, but other than that, we ain't got no audience, man. You know, what shows you this world is on a very low vibration. You know, you got it.
Yeah, because it's being flooded through all different mainstreams of social media. You know, it's through the news. You got I forget, it was a show on Netflix that Apostle DeVore did a lesson a while back. That was like, oh, they go to Black Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, I remember.
So they know. I think it was like the Wu-Tang show.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you got the. It's a few. It's a few movies and shows that they drop a quick little 5-second glimpse of us real quick.
They make it out to be mockery anytime they do it.
Salaki, I know you got to. What about the movie they banned where the dude was a undercover agent and he was into the truth? You know what I mean? They shut that shit down. You know what I mean? What was it? Omar X? Who was it?
Damn. You talking about the one in Ohio? Omar X?
Yeah.
No. He's from Cleveland, Ohio?
No. I'm talking about he actually was he was on an Israelite garment and all that, but they banned it. They banned it before it even got you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but even with Jay-Z with the movie the Book of Clarence, man. You know, they basically depicting that the true Israelites were so-called black people. Right. You know, so this truth is coming out. There's no, you know what I'm saying, no hidden thing. Like, everybody knows about us, man. You could go up on Google and search up Hebrew Israelites, and it's going to show many various accounts. You know, because Esau and his satellites, they capture pictures of us on the streets, so they can see it. You know, but this is
may I say, we ain't hiding, man. We supposed to proclaim this out in the open. That's why the Lord set it up like this. So your eyes can, we was just doing a lesson based on that, so your eyes can see your teachers, you know, and so you can know men by their fruit, who's really putting in action and who's being sincere with the work of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, you know.
This keeps continuing on, verse 21. She cried in the chief place of concourse, and the openings of the gates, and the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge, man. So like the brothers was going into, you know, you got the prophets, okay, in the cool of the day warning of the heat that's going to come. Because the Lord of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is getting ready to bring that fire. But here we are trying to warn you and tell you to come to repentance, and you want to scoff, you want to hate the knowledge that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is giving out freely. for your betterment, so you can actually get onto a chariot and receive the inheritance that's about to come. Jake is gonna miss out, man. Of the first fruits of the inheritance, man.
Yeah, that's his spirit though, because the Lord said He knew that they would not hear Him, because they are stiff-necked people, and you see that, man. Hey, you look at the condition of Jake, man. It's just through. You can't even have a civil conversation with him. It's all about his ignorance and vanity. There's no substance in what they talk about.
We're the most hard-headed people on this earth. I don't care how you want to draw it up. Jake is the most hard-headed. Because think about it. We bring it out all the time. What's insanity?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over, expecting a different outcome. What Jake do over and over again? The same thing. Yo, I was watching Top Boy.
The
last season of Top Boy.
I ain't finished it.
And me and a couple brothers, and we have a chat. And one of the elders from Texas said, was it him? Salaki. Anyway, no, I'm sorry, it was somebody else. And I said, man, Top Boy ended the same way as per usual. And in the response with the brother, it wasn't him, it was somebody else. He said it's the same outcome. Jake either end up dead or in jail. But Jake want to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Even though we have plenty of examples of where this is going to lead us. It's very rare that you see somebody do some nigga shit and get scot-free. And if they do get away scot-free, they really ain't scot-free, because them big-time drug dealers, they working for the government. So at any given time, they could pull the plug from them too. You know what I mean? That's what Jake is hard-headed. They think that, he got caught or he got killed, but not me. I'm gonna get away. Even though you have plenty examples of the black culture and the ways of this world is gonna bring you nothing but death, man.
How they say in the world, the game don't change. It's just your turn.
That's right.
Hey, Jake, forget, or they don't choose to take heed that we under these curses, man. Hey, the Lord told us because of our disobedience and our ignorance, hey, they're gonna be the head and we're gonna be the tail. So that means all that stuff that they're getting from them, trying to make it on this side, you're getting it from your enemy. It's not to your benefit at the end of the day. There's nothing you can do to build yourself up behind your enemy's lines. You can only get as much as your enemy wants you to have. You got it, huh?
And this guy's so bad to the point that they debunk the scriptures. Well, who wrote this? Whoever the case may be. Knowing that the same language that you speak is a bastard language that wrote it. But I got one more about
that's why the Lord said we're going to speak with stammering lips. That means it pretty much goes into my eloquent with speech, but at the same time, we're not speaking the Lashawan Kodash, the holy tongue that's been given. We speaking what's been whipped into our backs. English and Espanol.
And it just makes sense that here in Babylon we speak the most confusing language. You know what I mean? Because you can speak to anybody from anywhere else. They'll tell you English is the hardest language to learn, because it's like you said, it's a vast language. There's so many different languages put in one. It's a big fucking mixture. You know what I mean? Of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. I could say, are you all right? Because I care if you're all right. But if you did some disrespectful stuff, I say, yo, are you all right? That means that's a whole total different meaning. But it's the same 3 words. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
This is Babylon for you. The place of confusion. Everything is confusion here. Hey, but it's cool. Hey, the Lord's truth is covering the earth as dew. So ain't nothing nobody can do to get away from this once it's all said and done. It's either you gonna take heed or destruction. That's it. Or destruction gonna be coming to you.
I just got one more. First Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 20 in the NLT. It says, "Where does this lead the philosophers, the scholars, and the world's brilliant debaters? The Most High has made the wisdom of this world look foolish." It says, "Since Yahweh in his wisdom saw it to that the world would never know him through human wisdom, he has used our foolish preaching to save those who believe."
If I may real quick, the dumbass people in the world think it's a flat earth. Look at for how long these fucking Edom. Think about how many times. Think how long Edom had the whole world thinking that they really landed on the moon.
You know
what I mean?
You
Even
know.
though the flag was waving.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Because you know gravity. What's going on?
So the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
Yeah.
Pursuing the James 4:4 as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, you got
See,
those.
even with-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Now, even with gravity, even that's nonsense.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because you can't tell if gravity exists in space,
No,
really.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you see these chariots and what they do, that knocks gravity out the window.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when I took university physics, everything was founded upon gravity,
Come.
speed of light. You know what I mean? These chariots are doing things that are confounding, you know, the wisdom of this world.
Yeah.
So what is true?
Well, just to land back off it, brother, you got to realize that's the power of Yahweh Shal Shah. They cut through anything.
Yeah.
Exactly, but the wisdom of this world will have you think that gravity is the ever. This world will have you think that gravity is the foundation of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you sit back and you watch these chariots do these remarkable movements with no sound, you know, start here, end up there, and blip there. Come on,
Yeah, just like
you know?
when we was in Richmond, I don't know if Matazar remember, me and the Bayou talk about it all the time. There was something that was not of this world that was gold. It was like this big. Nah, it was like this, like a big one, almost like an oval, but it was like this, like this. Think about a big ass cell phone, like maybe this size, but it was hollow, and it was gold, and like a gold you never seen, and we just seen it far away. Just start flipping. It just floated by. It just floated. Right, that's somebody when he get it. We was like this. We was in awe. That defied gravity. You know what I'm saying? Because that was not of this world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I got a quick one real quick. It's Ezekiel 12, just to prove that, you know, to make the point that, hey man, these chariots, man, they move how they want to move. You know, it's Ezekiel 1 and 12. It says, I'm gonna get straight to the point. It says, and they went every one straight forward. You know, just me, hey, he wanted to go there, he went there, you know. Hey, he didn't have to worry about, you know, applying thrusters and yeah, all that shit, man. You know? Hey, and not to get it mistaken, you know, the technology that the Lord has given Esau, you know, that's some heavy technology. You know, but the technology that comes via Yahweh Shem Yahushua that the angels have, man, it's out of this world compared to what you saw at. Continuing on, it says, I'm gonna read it one more time. It says, and they went. It says, and they went everyone straight forward, whether the spirit was to go. It says that they went and they turned not when they went, you know, so they're not defined by gravity and so on and so forth, you know, just to add on to that point. Because I've been getting into that game out that's Starfield, a new game that dropped, where you pretty much just you kind of just boost up via gravity, so on and so forth, to jump from one spot to another. And you know, nah, that's not how the angels operate, you know. Did you have some more on? You had something on?
Oh, did you want me to finish that?
Yeah, actually, give that NLT one more time.
Con. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 20 in the NLT. It says, so where does this leave the philosophers, the scholars, and the world's brilliant debaters?
Read up one more time. One more verse.
You want me to read verse 21?
Oh, sure.
Con. It says, since Yahweh in his wisdom saw to it that the world would never know him through human wisdom,
Right.
he has used our foolish preaching to save those who believe.
Right. Yeah, that's you about to break it down.
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
you go ahead.
Yeah, this about this foolishness of preaching. People are getting the understanding of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
You know, you got it.
Yeah, Con, because you know we in the time of folly season, so
Yeah.
when Jake come up or you know these other heathens, they're gonna think this is cosmos. They gonna think it's foolish.
Right,
Oh, these
right.
men got on dresses. You know what's going on here? But really, we're preaching, you know, the gospel, which is the good news. That's which is glad tidings to the nation of Israel, that the Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back, your Savior, to redeem His people, man. And you're no longer going to be in captivity, man. You know, and that's what we ultimately waiting on, man.
Yep. That's what this mission that we carry right now is all about. You know, having a mindset of endurance, you know, through all the bad times that's going to come, because they're going to get worse and worse. You know, the scriptures say evils and only evils. You know, so it's going to get worse before it gets better. But we know that, you know, the Lord has given us the end goal of the matter, you know, and the reward that comes along with it. You know, you got it out. You have one more verse on that? That was it.
Oh, yeah, that was it on that.
Yeah, I mean, Yahweh Shimi Yahushai revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So we know that, you know, like it takes all kinds.
Yep.
We know that 2/3 is going to die. We know that the heathen is going to get their punishment. We know that certain men of the elect is going to have to be martyred. We know that certain men of the elect is going to be delivered in that day. We know these things. You know what I'm saying? And when we try to preach and teach the people these things, you know, you're met with being scoffed at, you know, angered at, you know, you're a nut job, you don't know what you're talking about. But the people don't realize is that no time in history has things happened the way that they're happening, the way that they're happening now. You know, technology has allowed the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to reach all four corners of the earth. You know, what the scriptures say? This gospel shall be preaching on the world, then shall the end come. Well, what are you people looking at? You know, here it is. You know, you doing all of this shit that don't even matter, and you know the prophecies are smacking you in your face. So in that day of your calamity, when the scriptures say that I shall laugh at your calamity, you deserve it. You deserve to get laughed at. You deserve your punishment. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. Well, let me rephrase that. The men of the elect ain't gonna feel sorry for you. You know? Because a lot of you jakes are gonna fall victim to your enemy because you don't know who your enemy is. A lot of you jakes are gonna fall victim to the famine because you just don't understand that the famine is happening. Meanwhile, you can't even eat 3 squares the way that you used to a year ago. You know? The blackouts is gonna happen. The rolling blackouts is gonna happen. Gerber troops are gonna start sweeping the streets. There's gonna be a civil war, race war. The MOTV is gonna happen. We're at the precipice of that right now. Stores are constantly being changed, you know, to bring about this new technology that's gonna put you people into deeper servitude. But what did the scriptures say? He shall no more carry you into captivity. And so when you people are running around, you know, like a chicken with your heads cut off, looking for answers and can't find it, you have no one to blame but yourself.
I got a quick one for you. Because this is going to be ultimate to you people's demise. You know, you men that are settled on your knees on this side. You know, because you have implement a comfort. You know, and that time you're gonna be found comfortless. But this is Luke 25, Luke 6 and 25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep." You know, you want to get into it?
Yeah, I mean, can you read that again, Brother?
Yeah, Luke 6 and 25. It says, "Woe unto you that
destruction, destruction unto you." Go ahead, bro.
Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. You know, and just showing, hey, you full now. You got you know, your little dainties and the things that give you, you know, somewhat of a hope. You know, to think that you got it all. You know, even though you know you ain't got it all. That's how you know these people aren't nourished when it comes to just mentally or physically, man. You know, and you putting all this stuff into your mind and your body. You know, but nothing is of health is being produced.
You know? Here's how proper you people are. You can sit back, order food, and take pictures of the food, and then make videos of you eating the food. That's a prideful thing. Because very soon, you're not going to be able to buy food, first of all, take pictures of food, and let alone have food. So you're enjoying your fullness right now. Because in Babylon the Great, that's all you've ever done. Order shit and then throw it away and leave it in your fridge for 20 days, and then you wonder why, you know, you're constantly broke. You know? Here it is, the dainties that you just had a week ago with 1-cent hamburgers, 50-cent hamburgers, and free hamburgers, and now half of you motherfuckers are laying up in the hospital. Not knowing what happened. Well, what do you think? You fell victim to your enemy. You fell victim to what this devil's been telling you.
Hey, I'm saying too. Hey, that's what the scripture says. The simple believe in every word, man. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, how can you fall from McDonald's and these other? Mind you, these are fast food chains that's doing this. This ain't your mama and you mean smaller mom and pop shop that's doing it. These are fast food chains, right? So yeah, you're finding companies giving you this. Come on, for a deal. You know something's up, man. But like I say, you know, Jake, consider if not that he do evil, man. You know.
Let me read that one more time. It's Luke 6:25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep."
This devil is hitting everything that you Jace like. You like hamburgers? He's hitting that. You like, you like chicken? He hit that. You like boneless chicken? He's already destroyed that. Now this devil is looking at destroying the chickens with bones in it because, you think that you're getting over. Wingstop is about to go through some shit where you just can't get chicken. Yeah, bro.
Actually, I'm saying you're right about that, but they also don't forget what they just did recently, just a month ago, 2 months ago. Now they making chicken what through the lab now.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Oh, here's another thing. Here's another thing. A year or two ago, these devils have actually told you that they got this pink slime shit that they're incorporating into the meat to join the meat together, but it still doesn't stop you from buying the bullshit. Here it is, you're ordering meat with slime in it, and then got the nerve to ask the question as to why I feel sick, why my heart hurts, why I'm on high blood pressure, why my knees hurt, why my ankles hurt. Oh shit, I can't open my eyes.
This is part of the curses too. Like.
You say we're gonna eat our food defile amongst the Gentiles. And you seeing that happening on a high scale. Everything is defiled. Even if you try to eat good, it's defiled. So hey, we do the best that we can. And hey, look, like you were saying earlier, when we get our food, man, we pray over it. These people automatically whip out their phone, and that's because that's ultimately God, they endorphins, the pride of life, hey, look at me type spirit,
Yeah, because I want to add on to what brother was saying, because think about it, right? They give you all this bad food, but meanwhile, when you go to the hospital, you're paying all this money, man, just to go to a doctor, let alone appointments, especially don't have no insurance, you know that, right? They did that for a reason, man, you know what I mean? They made one of Jake not to get no insurance, man, because insurance costs money, that's crazy, but hey, in certain countries, you don't gotta pay health insurance. Canada, they don't pay health insurance, but in the United States, you gotta pay about $60 a month, if not more. Just to get at least a decent service, man. Because let's say, for example, you got a problem, they're not gonna treat you right away. You gotta wait in line, sign, and then wait in line, and hopefully a doctor that even gives a damn about you. You ask you got insurance, you got no insurance, they're gonna look at you. Like a third-class citizen, But it go to show you, like I said, everything like I said was all designed for that. There's more to it, but these are just the signs about why they're doing this. Money.
Yeah, Con, I was watching this video. Of this nurse that asked the patient a question, like what type of insurance that you have. Like if you got Medicaid, they gave you the vaccine or they gave you the V out of this one fridge. But if you had a higher up insurance plan, then they took it out of another fridge. So how can you, Jakes, even fall victim to what this devil? He's constantly doing the same shit to you every single day. Every day. They don't care about you. Because what the brother said, nobody's asking how Israel's doing. You can sit here on the side of the road, destitute, and none of these people will stop to sit by to ask how you doing. Do you need some help? But yet and still, these are the same people that want you to take care of them. Well, why don't you ask how I'm doing? Because I don't give a shit about you. It's ridiculous. Granted, we are compassionate people. But at some point, you got to sit back and ask yourself, why aren't they compassionate towards you? Because they hate you. They've never liked you.
Yeah, Lord put that enmity there from the when those spirits were, back in Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau. It's just that enmity that's always has been there and that's always will be there. The scripture, bro.
This is Lamentations 2:15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee, They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, "Is this the city that men call perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?" So that's how the other nations, they look at it like, man, is this what you call beauty and perfection? They scoff at us, man. You know, because they truly hate us, like the brother was going into.
And they ain't wrong, because Jake on a low level. Every time you turn around, you got a so-called nigga woman shaking her ass. You know, and Jake just want to be the top hardest hood nigga they can. You know, this Jake is finished, man. You know, so hey, they not wrong when they say these things about us. You know.
Even look at the state of our women. They want to be niggas, man. They want to post guns on social media, smoke the blunt low, let's get high, let's do all. Like, they more worse than the niggas.
Yeah.
You see, but they designed that upon us.
Yeah.
We cannot forget that fact. It was a design to constantly keep Jake in a perpetual state of sinning. So it was designed that way.
But now it's to the point now with this YouTube thing and posting. Now you got the average suburban kid or woman that has nothing to do with that, but that's their thing. Have y'all seen the meme where the guy runs up on somebody he don't like and he's recording and he's like, "Yo, this dude's pussy." And then when the phone goes down, he's like, "No, I'll just do this for the gram, yo. I don't really want to fight you." I mean, and that's what this world's coming to now. You know, now it's to the point where they feel like so comfortable they could jump. Well, they call it crashing out, but without really crashing out. You know, and when somebody's not prepared for the war or whatever's going on, they really gonna be assed out.
You know? But really going into that scripture though, you know, because you can say that it was organized, of course, but Jake been wicked. That's why the Lord had to bring their ass over here to America in the first place. When you look at Jake as a whole, Jake loved being evil, right? That's why the kingdom split. When you go into our history, Jake always, it's deeper than just black culture and being gangster. Like you brought up earlier, they videotaping themselves eating a dollar cheeseburger. Right. They on a very low level. So these nations look at that and they like, what the fuck is this? These people are fucking buffoons. You got women wearing wigs. You got men. Who knows where the mind of the men are? They completely they toss to and fro. So when this brother read that, the nations do have they right, like you said, they're able to look at them and be like, these people ain't nothing because you don't know who you are. You know, we can't give you the 2/3 no excuse because the Lord not gonna give them no excuse. You got the prophets right here. What do? Fuck you niggas. I'm gonna chase the desires of my heart. You know, so y'all ain't shit. Y'all don't have orders in your household. Y'all don't have order in your relationship. Y'all don't know what music is. Y'all don't know what food is. You don't take care of your diet. When somebody tell you how to take care of your diet, you don't want to fucking listen. You're on a very, very low level, and 2/3 will be destroyed because of that, because you were given the law, you were given the covenants, you were given the glory, and you cast it behind you. Even before we came to America, you niggas did it. You did it when you were in the land. That's why the Lord gave the land to the heathens. Because you niggas are wicked, man.
Now, mind you, also, like I said, these are the same people that gave up Yahweh Shai. You know, and that's why they said let our blood be upon us.
And that's what you're saying now. That's why they back in the same wicked ass condition that they were in all the carnations. You know, because the Lord knew what He was doing. You know, when He set up an elect and 2/3. You know, it was for ultimately so righteousness could flourish through that elect, but also so we can look at the condition of our people. You know, but the Lord gave us a beautiful test because we don't even know who the elect is. You know, hey man, there's even men out there that claim to be righteous that got evil spirits on. So the Lord's making, the Lord's having it to the point where all you can do is just endure, and we'll find out in the end. You know, because we subject to fall out. You know, that's why this thing is just about keep going, build each other up. You know, get the blood off your hands. You know, warn the people. You know, be that watchman on the tower. You know, whoever continues to watch and blow that trumpet, the Lord is supping with them, and they'll be joint heirs. You know, you still have more on that scripture.
I gotta go back because you was reading something, so I wanted to get Matthew 13, and I could go back to Lamentations 2. So
Prime example of that though.
Yeah.
What is that in her head?
You know,
Where's your hair? Where's the hair that the Lord put on your head when He created you? Where's the woolly texture? Why you got that bullet in your head? That's a low level. That's a low level way of thinking, and it's so it's at the point now it's normalized. It's just you don't even bat an eye.
Yeah, we were speaking about earlier, the wisdom of this world is foolishness. The wisdom of this world will say she's expressing herself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
But that is that like I did a lesson on baldness and hairlines yesterday. That you're ultimately praising a whole nother deity. You're not praising your power by doing that stuff, expressing yourself. People don't know that shit is that Greek. We used to say you getting that shit piped out back then. That's a Greek custom, man. You going away from your power. You know what I'm saying?
And the Egyptians as well, man. They used to love to.
There we go.
They used to love to. They you know, all of them. You know, that's their customs. You know, and the brother Mattathiah did a lesson on it as well. And I forgot the condition that it's called when it causes your skin to get them boils and blisters.
Razor bumps.
you know,
Razor bumps.
yeah, all that kind of stuff. It was a term that he used. I can't think of it.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, kind of. But that's what the Lord is telling us that for our benefit. Just as He told us, refraining from the appearance of evil. You know, when our women put those blonde hair and shit in their head, man, they don't realize they doing a disservice to the Lord, even to themselves, man. You know.
Now I was going to just add on. It makes sense. I remember Elder Malcolm brought this out. He said, "Why you think Jake, the ones with the worst skin condition, when they shave their faces?" But I remember when I was young, I went because I always had braids. I said, "I'm gonna shave my shit." And I had somebody give me a ball. Man, that says, it said. But we the ones that go through that, just like you said with women when they get their hair done and all that, pulling their edges back. Breaking out around here, you know what I mean? That's because we not supposed to be doing that stuff, you know?
Yeah, that Gillette shit ain't for us, man. That's an Esau thing. And you know, it's not even an Esau thing. It ain't made for any of the nations, you know, but the Lord don't judge them as fast as He judges us. You know, we put that thing in our head, like you said. That motherfucker come
that shit was like Freddy Krueger face.
Yeah.
I was scared to show it.
That shit hurt.
Yeah, and it hurt.
Yeah.
Hair bumps pulling the hair.
Yeah.
I know Jake know that.
Yep.
That shit hurt.
Yeah.
You got it out.
Back in Lamentations 2, and I'll start at verse 15 again. It says, "All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at
Matter of
thee."
fact, brother found where was it Ezekiel that had to shave his head? Found that because that was a prophecy of Israel being desolate going into captivity, but it also was the Lord showing you niggas what you would do in captivity.
Yep.
That you would start shaving your shit. Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, it says, "They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it." You know, so it says, "The Lord have done that which He had devised. He hath fulfilled His word. He had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and have not pitied. He hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries." You know, so these our adversaries are our enemies. You know, pursuant to Psalms the 8th chapter, what goes into the list of our enemies, are they clap, man. They rejoice at our downfall, man. You know, they hope that we continue to stay in this lower state, so they continue to rule, you know, in their wickedness, man, and profit off of us, man. You know, because once we reach our fullest potential, which is serving Yahweh Shemi Ashai, having that true power, then we're gonna become on top. You know, like it says in Judith the 5th chapter. You know, if they, you know, serve the Lord's statute commandments of the Yahweh Shemi Ashai, then they can't be defeated. You know, but if they be forsaken from their power, then what, man? They start to go to that lower state. You know.
Go ahead, get that Ezekiel 5.
44 and 20. Oh, I'm sorry.
Come, this Ezekiel 5:1. It says, "And thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon thy head and upon thy beard. Then take thee
So you gotta picture this. Ezekiel like, yo,
This ain't
fuck, I gotta cut my beard. This is the type of stuff prophets used to do for their power. You know, that's a very shameful thing. It ain't like today where it's cool to like Michael Jordan. That back then, that was like, oh, but you do it for your power.
It says, "Then take thee balances to weigh and divide hair, and thou shalt burn with fire a third part in the midst of the city." It says, "And when the days of the siege are fulfilled, and thou shalt take the third part and smite it with a knife, and the third part thou shalt scatter in the wind and draw out the sword after them.
So that represents the 2/3. That's, these niggas don't even know when you're doing that. You're just symbolically showing that you're a 2/3. Because you fit the prophecy. So one of y'all gonna get hit with the fire. One of y'all gonna get hit with the knife. No, one of y'all gonna get scattered by the sword. So you can draw up that, brother. Good. Whoever got it.
Kind of precept, basically back it up, concerning how it's shameful for us to, not have our beards and our hair, man. This is 2 Samuel chapter 10, and I'll start at verse 3. It says, "And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanan, their lord, thinkest thou that David doeth honor thy father, that he have sent comforters unto thee? Have not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it? It says, wherefore Hanan took David's servant and shaved off the one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away." So, they cut off their beards, and you know how the other camps, they had those t-shirt fringes. They was showing their buttocks, man. So it was a shame, man. They was out there, naked.
That's why we know we're supposed to wear the garment down to the foot. Even in the ancient world, man, we weren't wearing these t-shirts and shorts. That's why, hey, when the apostle put out the decree, no more shorts, I was like, hey, man, it makes sense because you're showing your nakedness, So it's a shame for a man or woman to show their nakedness out in public.
Well, look how Ishmael dressed.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
When they have their weddings, the men are covered, the women are covered. They got that shit from us. But that's why it goes back to the nations looking at us like they didn't have no decorum, they have no order. Because they kept, the eastern part of the world kept a lot of those traditions. Even Ammon and Moab, when you look at their customs and their television and how they dress in the ancient times, they covered up. And they got the bands on their head. They got that shit from us. I be watching them ancient Korean, they got the bands on their front. They got the bows be nice as a bitch. They got that from us. So they kept those traits. You come to us, Fubu, Rockaway. What's popular now?
Southpaw, Nautica,
Southpaw,
Balenciaga.
A whole bunch of fruit pops. They all fruit pops.
They got a thing called Metro
Dolce
Section.
Gabbana,
Fendi,
skinny jeans.
Be having them tight ass shorts on above the knees.
You going around first?
They call them hoochie daddy shorts.
And then they try to make capris for men. Y'all know what capris is.
It's kind of,
that's a feminine thing.
They be having Russell Westbrook and all them rocking it. They kind of push it there.
Because
You should ask your boy.
they had something called knickerbockers back in the day. That's similar to that. You remember that knickerbockers?
Even the garments we got now, like our garments, when we get our ancient garments back, they're gonna be longer than this, and they're gonna be. It's gonna be dope, man. We just totally covered up. Only thing you gonna see is flames and all that. Ready to fuck your ass up. That's all you gonna see is
That's
flames.
what's right there. That's it.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5, it says, "When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards..."
So they probably was holding their face.
Shame.
Let me see. It's like if you take a line out and you just start shaving the line. The line gonna look depressed. You know what I'm saying? He look like the female. How do you distinguish me from my woman?
I don't know if Jake ever been through this. Young, you try to cut your own hair, try to line it up.
Push your shit, push your shit.
Try to hide it. As soon as you walk in, woo!
I say, since you wanted to do that, go ahead and go to school and look like that.
My shit was what, 7th grade? I pushed my shit back and had a patch. Because I used the guard, so I had a patch and a patch. Well, that's what you fucking did. You ain't got no business touching your shit. But we wasn't taught right, We wasn't taught right.
Finishing up, it says, "And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown and then return." So David had to put them away, man. Because we're ambassadors for Yahweh Shem Yahshua, so we have to conduct ourselves and look presentable. The same as David's servants, man. That would look bad onto David having his men out here.
Presentable according to what the Lord says is presentable. That's why you shouldn't be caring about, the woman, you ain't cute. You look rough. You look, well, bitch, you gonna be desiring a man like this very soon. You ain't gonna give a fuck with a man that, like, when you can't eat, when you don't know where to lay your head, you gonna take the big, rough and tough dude It's just very like, get over here. So you go, yes, my Lord. They gonna get back to that very quickly. That whole independent, I'm a woman, that bullshit is finna start. That's right. That shit finna come. It's been a game they've been playing for like the last. When was the Margaret Sanger?
Like in the
When did they start the
60s,
feminist?
yeah.
What year did they start the feminist shit?
Margaret Sanger, probably like the 1950s and 60s.
50s, 60s after World War.
Oh, the old lunch pail.
Yeah, after World War II.
Actually,
Yeah, I would say about 50.
After World War II.
Actually, it started during the war.
Yeah,
Because a lot of these
sometimes.
women had that shit.
Yeah, I remember the poster with it. So y'all been running around for for a few decades with this mindset. That shit finna go out the window very fast. You can't take these women serious.
That's why the scripture said, a man should be a covert for the wind. Meaning they gonna know where their protection lies again. You know?
And a man doesn't know. Well, the strongest species in nature doesn't conversate with the weaker species. They don't have a discussion about how we're gonna do things. In nature, the dominant species takes what it wants from the weaker species
They just fall in line.
and leaves you what you. I was the other day. I was in the morning. I'm driving. I'm watching the birds. You watch just how nature is.
Oh, yeah.
They trying to get the food out the road. These crows.
Yep.
They busy battling each other for the food. Fucking seal comes swoop that shit out of the morning. I said, damn, that's grimy. I said, that's grimy. But that's nature. The wiser, stronger species win the battle. He probably was watching it the whole time. Everything will revert back to nature.
Like I said, man, the animal kingdom, man, what the Lord does to these animals, I'm talking about now, man, it's ruthless, bro.
Ruthless, bro.
Like,
you watch some nature videos?
Yeah, it's ruthless.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I was just watching. I was watching it too, though. They owl had left her baby. Her babies to, I guess, go get food, and a crow came, started tearing them damn babies up, them owl babies up, man. I'm talking about pecking them till they kill over, and then start eating their wings. You know what I mean?
See, that's nature. That's nature.
Yeah, I want to say
Going back to.
Yeah, because we're beasts. We're beasts. And the scriptures tell you in Genesis, when he created beasts, he's talking about us. Creatures. We're living creatures. So take away the Audis and the fucking Honda, take away your cars and your house, take away the nice clothes. You're just an animal walking. You're just like an animal. You got the wisdom and the spirit of a man upon you. That's what differentiates you. But you're just a creature in nature. And it's gonna revert back to nature. Gruesome.
That's
So
like
a woman gonna leave her kids, like you said, out. Somebody gonna come in and grab them up. A man gonna be walking thinking he tough. The real alpha gonna still.
Yeah.
And he gonna tuck his tail. The alpha. Nature.
And think about it, they're gonna be letting all the people in the prisons out.
Yep.
The lifers. Well, yeah, they already started, but I'm just saying the lifers that you know they doing double life because they for heinous acts, and then they get out. You know the first thing on their mind, they want some pussy or some boy pussy or whatever they into. You know they gonna be running down. You know?
It's gonna be like a time like never before. It's just gonna be all out chaotic.
And that's a beast-like mentality.
The crazy thing is you have all of these immigrants coming up and you don't know who's who and who did what where.
Yeah. Now think about it. These guys been caged like beasts, like animals. So they behaving like that. You know what I mean? Picture being in your bathroom 23 hours out of the day, coming out and they telling you to wash your ass. You only got about 8 minutes to wash your ass. Eat this shitty ass food, lined up, and then go back in that bathroom. They finally can get out. What? Think about just. They say you go insane when you get thrown in a hole. You start creating friends and shit. Imagine that for years and years, and they finally get let out. Ain't no telling what's up field. They ain't gonna know which way to go. You know.
You see that with animals, you know, after they've been caged or they catch them real quick and they be in a trap. When you release that thing, that motherfucker get going. You know, he running out quick, crazy, hungry, he frantic. He don't know up from down, so he just running. He just
touching everything, everything. He run up on everything. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you people got it. The Lord got you people in the trick bag. That's why you have to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua as much as you can, because it's going to take the mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to be delivered. You can't trust in your Glock. You can't trust in your AK. You can't gold. You can't trust in that, because the scripture said what? He that should live by the sword shall die by the sword. The Lord told Peter when the Lord's hour came and Peter went to grab the sword. What did the Lord tell Peter about the sword? That's not how we're gonna get about this. Right? We got to go the way the Father told us to go. We're gonna touch the sword when our Lord comes back and it's time. But before then, we got to go strictly by faith. When we left Egypt, we wasn't relying upon the sword. We was relying upon faith. Are we gonna be able to eat? The Lord fed them with manna and quail. Are we gonna be able to drink? The Lord cast water from a rock. Are we gonna be able? Where we gonna be able to lay our head? The Lord had us build a huge tabernacle, and each tribe had their own section. You know, in the wilderness.
I was going to say real quick, the Lord said if this was my kingdom, my servants would fight. This ain't our time to be out here fighting. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
going to be your demise. If you trust in that gun, because everybody trusts in the gun. This is America. It's the number one gun rate, murder rate by gun in the world. Everybody and their mama got a gun. You trust in that, that's going to be your demise. You have to trust in Yahweh because Yahweh don't want his glory going to the gun. Yahweh don't want his glory going to you or any other person. He don't want you to say, "Oh, I got delivered out of that because I'm strapped." But, you taking away from his glory.
I had 30 clip.
When you get delivered, he wants you to say, "That was Yahweh. That's the only reason I got out of that."
Esau has told everybody to rely on his blessings, because when he cried out to Isaac, he said, "Bless me, even me." And what he blessed him with, the fatness of the earth and the sword, and to take dominion from the earth. But I had a quick one. It's 2 Corinthians 10:3. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal." So nothing here. You want to get into it?
Oh no. Just want to say, like I said, the Lord hasn't blessed us to get the sword, man. I mean, we were blessed with faith, man, and and the reliance of Yahweh delivering us, man. That's how the Lord is.
Luke, the horn of our salvation. What is it?
Luke,
this first chapter, around about the fourth.
About 62. Luke.
Luke, it's down at the bottom for sure.
Yeah, it's in the later verses. But like you said, our blessing wasn't the sword, that was Esau's blessing. Because he was crying like a little biatch. The Lord gave us what? Him. He gave Esau the sword, he gave us him.
And that's, brother was talking about riches earlier. That's when we're gonna really know we're rich. When we got these other nations, when we got these other nations in subjection again, that's when we really gonna be back. Because the Lord said He made all things for our sake. And when He divided the inheritance, He did it according to the bounds of the number of the children of Israel. So even them. In itself, that's part of our inheritance, as the brother just said. I'm gonna read this and you can bring that out. I'm gonna read this one more time. 2 Corinthians 10. I'm gonna start at 4. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down of strongholds." And through this truth, me personally, my own testimony, man, I've had so many strongholds that have had a grip. Just on my spirit, that's gotten free. Through this truth.
But you had to apply. You had to apply yourself. You had to apply yourself because you just can't sit and just let Lord take this demon off of me. Like it don't work like that. You gotta apply. You gotta fight. You gotta get in there literally. Get the fuck on. And as you keep persevering, you keep rehearsing, keep going. Resist the devil, he shall flee from you. So the strongholds start to fall off. The demons like, man, I'm tired of tussling with this nigga. That's what the demons do. I'm tired of tussling with this nigga. I'm going. You left with other demons, but then some of the main strongholds
they gone. You had that Luke.
This is Luke 1:68. It reads, "Blessed be Yahweh, power of Israel, Yasha'Allah."
That's the word right there. Power.
Yeah.
That's our power. You ain't got no power.
Yeah,
We got power. What's that old song?
We got the power. You got the power.
Fight the power.
We got the power. Your power is your source.
Remember, what was it? By the power of Grayskull, you know what I mean? He had a power, right? Blessed be the power Yahweh of Yasha'Allah, for He hath visited and redeemed His people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
So how do we get the salvation? How do we get saved? Yahweh Shai. When we get in trouble, call upon Yahweh Shai. The scriptures tell you. Has anybody ever called on the Lord and been forsaken? Has anybody ever put their trust in the Lord and been left desolate? Roughly paraphrasing? No. Now you might have had to go through a rough patch and a rough trial, a rough period, time period. That's cool. You endure that period, but you were able to keep going. Just like us in the truth, we have times where we may be going through a little rough patch, but the most important thing is you're able to do this work. You know what I'm saying? For the little time that I've been doing this, I've been able to continue to do it. No matter what you've been going through, no matter if your car fucking blow up, no matter if your pocket's empty, no matter if your family turn on you, no matter if you just feel like shit one week, you know what I'm saying? Or you just all down and out.
Yeah.
You might have been in a slump, you might have been going off.
Yeah.
You might be hating yourself that week, but you're able to come and serve the Lord. You're able to still put up videos, you're able to still do the work. As long as you're able to do that, you can hold your head up high because you know how about you still work is with you. He ain't left you desperate. He's still allowing you to serve him. As long as he allows you to do that, you good.
Hydration, huh? That's that spiritual hydration.
Got precept.
Because our value is not intangible things. We don't place our wealth in how much zeros we got in our bank account. We don't. That's what the world does. We don't place our wealth in what I'm driving or what girl is on my arm. We place our wealth on is how much did I do for the Lord this week? How much did I do for the Lord this month? How much did I do for the Lord last year? That's where your wealth lies, because the scripture says store your riches where? In heaven. So you judge yourself by what you're doing in the world. And if you're doing what you're supposed to do,
You know?
that's rich as shit. You don't know, but I know.
Yeah, yeah,
and that
yeah.
takes faith. Like Dion tells his team, you believe?
Yeah, come.
Do you believe?
Saturday, Sunday,
You gotta truly believe, man. Because if you don't, you're gonna be asked out.
I appreciate just into what you're doing. The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 20 and verse 17. Ye shall not need to fight in this battle. Set yourselves, stand ye still, and see the salvation of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai with you. O Judah and Jerusalem, fear not, nor be dismayed. Tomorrow go out against them, for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will be with you. You know? So, like what Abadia was saying, we don't need any of Esau's weapons, be saved in that day, you know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said that he shall fight for us, you know?
And that's always been the case, man.
Because that's my testimony, hey, that's how I came in. But over time, as you start growing in the faith and start understanding the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you will lead yourself off of cardinal aspects of things, you know what I'm saying? Up to the point where you have no choice but to depend on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's why you have to put everything in his hands, you know?
Because, because like I said, because you could be in a situation where God is not going to save you. I'm talking about, like I said, the Lord can put you in any trial, Let's say, like I said, man, you have to maybe jump off a building, or, like I said, animals, the sword's not going to, give that much damage, whatever type of situation, whatever it is.
And you gotta believe for yourself, because you may be relying on a brother as a crutch. Like, okay, that brother got a lot of faith. I know that brother, man, the Lord, so I'm gonna rely on him. The Lord may put you in a situation not around that brother. You gotta believe in yourself, believe in this for yourself. That's why the scripture say, work out your own salvation. Because you may be left in a situation where you're by yourself, and the Lord gonna see if you truly rely upon Him solely. When Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego had to make the decision to go into that fire, each one of them in their mind had to say, I'm gonna go in the fire. They had to make that decision individually. Because if me and you, if us, we see fire and the Lord say, go in the fire, we gotta make that decision in our mind. I'm gonna go in there. Because if one of us can fold, be like, I ain't trying to burn this. I ain't trying to burn up. We each got to believe to that extent to where going in the fire. If I burn up, I'll just be screaming like a motherfucker.
You got to be like Neo. There's no spoon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to actually believe that there's no fire that's going to burn you.
That's why we say when you serve the Lord, you are crazy. Me and the Brother Corral, we call it right hand side crazy. You got left hand side crazy, you got right hand side. We right hand. You gotta be a level of psychotic to serve the Lord. Because you got to be willing to do some wild stuff out on faith to get things done. Some prophets prophesied naked. Some prophets, hey, like you said, cut off his beard, cut off his hair. John the Baptist in the wilderness, eating locusts and honey. You know, you got to be on a level of, you know, crazy to do this. You know what I'm saying? That's why people are, y'all crazy. You damn right. Because we in a world that's completely contrary to what we are and where we come from. It's like the Lord took us from Jerusalem. See, when the Lord tapped into our peanut gland and woke us up, it's like he took us from Jerusalem in the ancient time and threw us here. And we like, what the fuck is going on? We feel like Ezekiel looking at the dry bones. What the fuck is going on here? And the more you grow in the truth, the closer you get back to your old self. So you feel like, you totally feel like you're in a fucking whole other world, outer world. And it drives you crazy. It starts to drive you crazy because everything you see is contrary to how you know what everything should be. And you start to think, damn, am I tripping? Every fucking thing here is fucking different from what I know it should be. Because you awake now. You ain't sleep no more. The dry bones, you got the skin on you, you got the breath in you, and you looking at shit like, oh. And you start to bug out a little bit. And then you become standoffish. Don't touch what the fuck with me. You know? Everything becomes weird, man. Your family becomes weird. Friends in the world become weird. Goofy. Nigga, I'm still stuck on this same shit. We just gonna fucking level up, man. Everything becomes like weird to you, so you gotta be crazy to endure this, man.
The topic of the conversations is strange to you. Like, you know, we can see what's going on in the world. What everybody want to talk about now? Grammy and Pat Boots. Grammy and Pat Boots. Man, like a woman never stepped out before. Why y'all worried about it now? Like, you don't even know that girl. But that conversation becomes annoying to our ears, man. We don't even want to hear that shit. Especially because we know the truth. Come on, man. We know our women ain't shit in this world. You know what I mean?
This is another form of what Jake does on a daily basis.
Yeah, we come from a world where if that did happen, him and her stoned to death.
You know?
It ain't even nothing to talk about. It ain't nothing to laugh about. It ain't nothing to gossip about. Y'all coming to the stoning today? Bring your little ones so they can see what the fuck about to happen. Her brain's finna be on the dirt. His brain's finna be on the dirt. That's the world we come from. So when we see shit like the brother talking about, we look at it like, y'all niggas on a low fucking level.
Very low.
The Lord, when he gave us his truth, man, he made us problem solvers. That's why ultimately we're going to be over the other nations. It's not because of anything crazy we did, you know. It was so the Lord can establish order on the earth, you know. It just so happens, hey, the Wadi Halbashimi al-Shah, that we are Israelites, you know, but it just so happens that hey, we are those people, you know.
Consider yourself blessed.
You know?
I mean, that was mine.
Consider yourself extremely blessed.
You know?
To at least know the names at a minimum.
Yep.
But to actually do the work, you know, have faith, consider yourself extremely blessed.
It's easy to take that for granted too, man. Doing this work and being part of the ministry, it's easy to take it for granted. You know, you think, and you become complacent. You know, especially for bros that's been in 10 years plus. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you be in this thing, man, you can become complacent. You got to rebuke that spirit. That's what the Lord told to one of the churches. Remember thy first love, or I'm gonna take that counter from you. Because you can't take this truth for granted. You've been in 10 years, 10 plus years, and now you're just going through the motions and you're comfortable. You know the destruction coming, so you kind of lackadaisical on your effort. Or you probably got that spirit. Shit, I'm gonna just throw myself out there. Sometimes you get that demon on you. Shit, when I first came in, I did videos every fucking day. You can't. That shit don't mean shit. You gotta be hot right now and stay hot. You can't be like, well, shit, I did this 10 years ago, 11 years ago, before you even came in the truth. I was doing this. I was still in the camp. No, man, you gotta stay on constant fire, man. You know, that's why you constantly have to examine yourself. The scripture says, examine thyself that thou in the faith. Going back to the brother's point, it's an immense blessing to be a part of the ministry. And you can't ever forget that, because the Lord could have chose my cousin. He could have chose my brother. I got a brother. by the same lineage. We got the same fathers. We got different mothers, but we got the same father. He could have chose him and left me out smoking weed. No, he chose me and left my brother bugging fucking out, smoking blunts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could have been in the world. So that when you think about that, the water brother, because when you think about that, it's like, dang, man, you can't never let, you know what I'm saying? You can't never take this for granted of what this is. And the brotherhood. And the brotherhood. You can't take the brotherhood for granted. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood is, you have Yahweh, you got Yahweh Shai, you have the truth, and you got the brotherhood right up there. The brotherhood is, when you go into our heritage, the brotherhood is everything. You know what I'm saying? I did a lesson recently. Moses couldn't do without a brotherhood. King David couldn't do without a brotherhood. Yahweh Shai went and sought out men to build a brotherhood. It's cute, you know, if you like to be a lone wolf, you know what I'm saying, doing your own thing, that's cute. But you, to really understand what you're a part of and grow and mature within the heritage of Israel, you have to be amongst brothers. You have to be amongst that body. The Lord deals with men coming from different walks of life, working together for his will, for his purpose. He never dealt with no lone fucking men. And you don't go to war alone. You go to war with an army. You go to war with your fellow. Matter of fact, the brother gave me, because I had put it on the comment board, Philippians chapter 2.
2 and 12.
Not that, further down, I think it's like in the 25th where he talks about his brother. Because without the brotherhood, we have nothing, right? You know? There's a reason there's 144 men of the government body. You know? It ain't no lone wolf thing now. That's why I always stress, if you're not able to come, if there's no camp nowhere near you, then cool, do your thing. But if you have a camp hour away from you, hour 30, come on, brother, come on.
What else?
You ain't gotta, I ain't saying you gotta join the camp, but you need to be amongst them. You need to come out. What else are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Folly. You're gonna do folly, you're gonna be spending money. You might as well come out and get, feed and get fed.
Yeah. And be amongst brothers, because you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I speak from experience. When you by yourself teaching, you doing your own thing, you can go out when you want to, you do this. You ain't gotta be mindful of nobody. When you amongst brothers, you learn different spirits, you learn different personalities, you learn how to talk to certain brothers, you learn how to work with, because every brother's different, and that's bringing you growth, that's making you a leader. Now you actually learning what Paul was telling the churches, how to conduct themselves within a church. You're not just by yourself winging it, but no, man, you got to know how to conduct yourself amongst men. You got to learn how to be a man, because the world never taught us how to be men and be amongst men and know how to deal. It was always on some ego, poke out chest shit. Emotions. That's not how men dealt in the scriptures.
If I may,
Go ahead, bro.
if I may, that's a very good point that the brothers bringing out, to have the brotherhood, because I expounded on something earlier that the brother corrected me on. You know what I'm saying? He expounded deeper. So you need that. You actually need that correction.
Exactly what it is. First of all, I was about to say, if you're out there by yourself, who's going to rebuke you when you go out? You know what I mean? You might be sincere with it, thinking that you're speaking the right thing. But if you ain't got nobody be like, hold on, brother, actually, this what this mean, or you told me, hey, brother, you shouldn't be moving like that. So and there's a lot of people out here that sincerely have the wrong doctrine. Moving the wrong way. You need somebody to correct you. I said, Slocky, I said it last time. Hey, in this truth, you want to be rebuked if you want to do this correctly. You want to be somebody to tell, hey, brother, sharpen that up, because the thief come. I mean, the Lord will come like a thief in the night. You know what I mean? We want to get this thing correct.
And then you got brothers the so-called brothers, they leave the camps, fall out, or distance themselves from the brotherhood. Then they start their own thing, which is what they really want to do in the first place. And they hot for a little bit, and then they just dwindle into the dust, into the wind. It has happened since I came into the truth. It has been the same shit. It's been the same shit when the flat earth shit happened and broke up the old VA camp. Dudes that believed in it went and taught for a little while. They was hot. I ain't seen them dudes in years.
What about Fry died and laid to the side? What happened?
Those guys,
They gone.
Leader, everything.
I ain't seen them in years. I ain't seen them in years, yo. Seriously.
it's been about 3-4 years.
At first they had the doctrines. After that, what happened? They changed their doctrine a little bit. They said that the church trials wasn't important no more, and they rock for some words. Like I said, now they started deleting their channel. They going. You know, and they didn't even do it on our. What?
No, you were saying something?
Yeah. Go. This is First John chapter.
Oh, let him get his Philippians real quick.
You can go
I was trying to find a good spot to start at.
You can go straight to the point.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Verse 25.
This Philippians 2 and 25. It says, "Yet I suppose it necessary to send you."
Matter of fact, read verse 4 and then 25.
This Philippians 2 and 4. It says, "Let not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others."
Yeah, so let not every man mind just his things, but also on the things of his brothers. So you can't just be like focus on your situation. You gotta make sure you care about another brother's situation too. Because that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? That's the body. You can't just be like, oh well, I'm only focused on my situation. No, the scripture says you gotta be focused on your brother's situation too. You know? And that's why I say you grow and you work on things. You know what I'm saying? Because the more brothers that you're around, you're like, okay, let me make sure, that brother okay, let me make sure that brother's mind all right. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure his situation's stable. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be bumps in the road. That's the beautiful thing about a brotherhood. There's gonna be bumps in the road, it's gonna get shaky. So read it again, verse 4.
Verse 4 again, Philippians 2, it says, "Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others."
So we gotta care about every brother's situation. You know what I'm saying? Because we all going through something. We all going through our own situation. You can't just say, oh, my burden is heavier than yours, or I just got leave me alone. I got to focus on what the fuck I'm. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in tune with every brother's situation. Hey, brother, you going out here? Brother, everything good? Everything straight? And I know your mind good. You know what I'm saying? You depressed? You all right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be. That's part of the work too. You know, why the fuck would you want to leave your brother out and dry anything, man?
And every brother handles different things differently. Different stresses.
Yeah, not every brother's gonna speak up. Not every brother. Some brothers gonna hold it in. You gotta know who you around.
A brother might handle physical pain, but mental, spiritual, he's weaker. And the other brother might handle spiritual, mental pain better than physical pain. You know what I mean? Don't think because, you might be sick. You might be physically sick. But that brother been going through something else. Don't think your burden heavier than that brother. On,
so you always got to be mindful of every brother. I know I'm going through shit, but I'm sure that brother's going through shit. We all in fucking You know what I'm saying? That's why even when you come to camp, you know what I'm saying, you don't come to camp and
come in good spirits.
You come in good spirits. Salute brothers, shalom the brothers, you know what I'm saying? You talk to bros, you shoot the shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's your brother, you know what I'm saying? It ain't your best friend, it's your brother. Let's make this distinction here. When you have this your real brothers. And right now, I'm going to use the analogy of a brother in the world. Brother in the world, you're supposed to have each other back, right? But regardless of what, you may fight each other in the house, you may have disagreements, but when y'all go out to school, somebody messes your brother, you beat his ass. You want his ass. Hold on. Only I can correct this. Who the fuck are you? Right? That's how we are. You're not going to all like the same sports, You're not going to all like the same music. You're not going to all like the same food. You're not going to all like the same clothes. You're not going to all like the same women. That's the beauty of how about you diversity. Why the fuck we all want to like the same thing? We'd be fucking robots, androids. We'll be what Esau trying to make us. It's a beauty that we all like different things. And you learn more about that. One brother can put you on the sun. Oh, okay. The brother can say, oh, shit, I like that too. That stuff. Now you still like your separate shit, but you respect the other brother taste. I respect that.
But then you end up incorporating what you learn from another brother into your lifestyle.
You don't take it as he don't like what I like. He my enemy. That's your brother. You just got different tastes.
Yo, I'll try this in your food next time.
Kind of.
Might fuck around like,
bro, that's my favorite now.
You trying to tell me how to fucking cook. I'm a grown ass man trying to tell me how to fucking cook.
But see, that's that secretness jealous?
Yeah.
Are you envy? That's envy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See,
Nah.
that's the ignorance of most. Well, not most. That's the ignorance of a lot of people because even Yahushua had his favorites.
Come.
You know.
And they had quarrels amongst themselves. That
You know?
all the 12 wasn't like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you, Timothy.
Yeah.
Right.
Matthew, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they was brothers and they served the Lord. And they had each other back when it came down to it.
Yeah.
You know?
It was a
Some got along closer than others.
Yeah.
You may love a brother in a whole other camp, a whole other state.
Yeah.
Y'all vibe totally different. But the Lord got you with select brothers for a certain reason. Those your brothers. We all brothers at the end of the day. And we serving the will of Yahweh Shah. And that's to build this tabernacle, build this temple. All right? And Lord willing, we get on that chariot and be part of that marriage supper. And we give each other a round of applause. You know? Now get 25 and then I'm
gonna go back. Because I was looking for an account where it pretty much just goes, I was just reading, it's an Acts where I think it was Timothy and somebody else, they
Oh,
wanted
you
to
talking
journey
about-
together.
yeah,
and
and
he
they-
was like, yeah. And he
They had
was
a
like,
disagreement.
they had a disagreement, you know? And he was like, and so they parted ways, but they parted ways and they kept doing the work. I'm not saying you part ways from
And
brothers.
because you
but
have
it's just ways to-
dudes use that and be like,
Yeah,
I'm never being amongst the camp.
Nah,
See,
yeah.
they spoke to each other after that. Still.
Yeah, you know?
They still dealt with the.
Yes, sir.
They just for that hey, I'm doing this one differently.
Yep.
We on this journey together. I'm gonna do it this way.
That's
I'm
how
gonna-
it
That's
was.
cool, brother. Cool. We got a little bit. Cool. We still doing the same thing. Shalom, Mark. Yeah, you ain't know no.
No, yeah.
That ain't what
You
that
gave
means.
the enemy
Man.
for life type shit.
They just
Nah,
had a
man.
little. They just had a disagreement how things should go. But even now, you gotta redeem the times and know what time you're in. We're building the church. We're building the body. So we're coming as one. This ain't the time to be having divisions and splitting off heads, splitting off heads, and using one precept to justify that.
the whole situation.
No,
Yeah.
you gotta redeem what we're doing right here. You gotta understand what you're doing. We're building the temple.
That's it.
We need the hands on deck as one. We don't need you over there, and you over there, and you over there, and you over there.
We gotta stick to the script, man.
When you clock in on your job, you don't fuck with everybody.
You know? Get the job done, man.
You get the job done. That's what the elders always say all the time. You ain't gotta like every damn body, but you gonna be here for the will of Yahweh Shemel Shah. What do we all have in common? We love Yahweh Shemel Shah. And if you love Yahweh Shemel Shah, you're gonna love your brother. What is loving your brother? Dealing with your brother according to the ways, statutes, laws of Yahweh Shemel Shah. You ain't gonna lie to your brother. You ain't gonna steal from your brother. You ain't gonna cover your brother's things. You ain't gonna hate your brother in your eye. You know, you can be like, man, you kind of pissed me off a little bit, but you
But
shrug
you-
that
yeah,
off
yeah.
like it's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That shit happens.
So
And for brothers that's just coming in, you gon' if we here long enough, you will see what, you'll go through certain things with certain brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that's all right. Don't look at it as, oh shit, it's the end of the world. No, you got the wisdom for a reason. Know how to deal. Grow. Be a man. Learn how to deal.
The Lord ultimately put you in that situation. You know, if you had like a difference in agreements when it comes to a brother, it was ultimately for the Lord can, so you can look at it and the Lord can build you up in that situation. You know, not to become a demon and now you a whole different person that you were just because of a small situation. Remember, Apostle Ramlov said it not too long ago. He said it a lot, for real. He was like, man, all these small petty disagreements that brothers have, when we get to the kingdom or when Jacob's trouble is in full effect, you ain't gonna be thinking about that shit, man. You can be thinking about, oh, it's on and popping. Well, we in the kingdom now. We, you know what I'm saying? We hug and kiss, you know. So hey, that's what. Hey, all the disagreements and the quarrels, it's gonna happen, man. But hey, let it roll off your back.
Yeah,
know?
you look at the elders, right? How they,
Yeah.
Now, Elder Post Gabor been in for 30 years.
Yeah.
He could have been like, I'm gonna break off and build my own thing over here.
Yeah.
They still deal with Apostle Hall. Like they just came in the truth.
Yep.
For the will and for the ministry suit. Now get verse 25 and wrap it up. And then we get,
Okay, come. This back in Philippians 2 and 25, it says, yet I suppose it necessary to send you Epaphroditus, it says, my brother and companion in labor and fellow soldier.
my companion in this labor and my fellow soldier. This is my companion in the labor.
Yep.
This is my fellow soldier.
You need him.
He's necessary. I need him. I can't fucking do this by myself, man. Who the fuck am I? I'm just a stone. I need the other stone next to me.
That's it.
Go ahead.
That's it. It says, but your messenger, but he that minister to my want.
Yeah, so that's the point. It's necessary. These are my companions in the labor.
Yep.
These are my fellow soldiers.
Yep.
Booted up to a T, strapped, ready for war. I can rely on each and every one of them for different things.
That's it. That's the body.
You know who's great at that. You know who's
Yep.
great at this.
Yep.
You know who's great at that,
Yep.
and you place them accordingly.
Yep.
And King David places thousands and places hundreds and places 50s. This man is great in this area. We're gonna put him there. This man is great in this area. We're gonna put him there. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I was gonna get Hebrews 10 and 23 because of what you were saying. Don't switch stuff up, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna get Revelation 2 and 25. This is the Lord speaking. Says, "But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations." So at the end of the day, just stick to the script. Don't change stuff up because you don't like the way you've been talked to or the way you feel about something, or because you've been corrected or you've rebuked or you've been called out. Stick to the script because we almost out of here. The time is nigh. All we gotta do is keep doing what we doing, live as righteous as possible. When we do go off, repent, praise the names, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, do the work, and endure unto the end.
Because what's Satan's desire?
Oh
To
yeah,
sift you out of the truth.
yeah, come on.
So he wants to tap into your ego, your pride.
The things that
he wants us to wait.
Don't put up with that.
Yeah, you know. Yep.
You've been in the truth for a little time too.
Yep.
You know some things
Yep,
too.
yep,
You
yep.
know, you remember some
He gonna talk
precepts.
to you like you a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, essentially.
You know Deuteronomy 28.
Yep.
What the fuck does
How
he
you
know
throw
more
him
than
off.
you?
How you
Get
throw
him,
off.
get him, get him.
Yeah.
Get him, get him, get him.
And then he like this.
Yep.
The vision, and then you just then your ego fed, and it just gets you wax worse and worse. Now can't nobody tell you nothing. You didn't want to listen to the bros in the camp. Now nobody can tell
And
you.
the elders can't tell you.
Now you Greg Poobah.
Yeah, you the boss of the boss.
I can't be corrected.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
You
to.
can't correct me. You're a man just like me.
Yeah.
You start throwing out all the humility scriptures, all the suffer low, all the be abased before you exalted. All you know is
You're a man just like me.
Yeah. Yo, Hebrews 10 and 23, real quick.
That's
says,
what I was gonna say. I'm
you
gonna
got
get it,
Go ahead,
because you
brother.
quoted it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it out too, because it's heavy. It says Hebrews 10 and 23. It says, "Let us hold fast to the profession of our faith without wavering." And multiple things can and have us wavering in this truth. Pride's one of those things. That old man that we used to be in the world. Trying to bring that into it too. It says, "For he is faithful that promise, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works." And that's what we doing. Hey, so even when these things happen, hey, the first thing we should do, if you do have that, hey, just a thought in your mind of a brother going off, you should go ahead and just talk to that brother and correct that then. Instead of letting that fester and it turns into something else, a cancer that blows out of control. You got
So but when you said it right there, with love.
Yeah, that's it.
See, this world tells you love is something that is not.
What's love?
What is
Keeping
love?
the
Keeping
commandments.
the
And
commandments.
the commandments taught us to go dim.
So if my brother goes off and I correct him, that's love.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I'm showing you love.
That's it.
But the world, we've been conditioned.
Yeah.
Oh man, he trying to shine on me. You fucking been talking to me.
Yeah,
He just came in.
Yeah,
See what the
yeah,
scriptures
yeah.
The scriptures also say that when you rebuke your brother or when you correct your brother, you can gain a friend.
That's it.
You can gain a brother behind that.
That's it.
I also want to say is, you got to be you have to be very circumspect about the gifts also that you're given,
Yeah.
because you could be deprived something one day and then be given that gift the next day because you desire it. But you have to constantly examine what's going on.
And remember, the scriptures also say a gift can destroy the heart.
Yeah.
So maybe you didn't need that gift
Yeah,
right
at the
there.
moment, yeah.
In that moment, that's beautiful,
That's
brother.
it. That's
right.
a beautiful point.
yeah, because even when you be thinking about these women, you be thinking like, I want to. One day you want the woman, then when you get the woman, you like, bitch, stop texting me. I got me a little shorty.
Exactly.
I got me a shorty right now, right?
That's
I just got me a new
exactly
joint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, fuck, did she stop?
Right.
I gotta respond back
Yep.
in this amount of
Yep.
time. Or
Yep.
she gonna be, I ain't got time for this
Yep.
shit.
This is when
But then you want this. Then when you ain't got it, you like, man, I want this shit.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you gotta.
it's bullshit, man.
Yep.
The Lord knows what we need. This ministry.
At that
man. It's
moment.
His work.
It's that burning sometimes.
Yeah, it be that burner.
the woman look good as
It be
hell.
burning sometimes.
The woman look good as hell. You can be lusting at her and all that, and then she opens her fucking mouth.
Clarity.
Now you know, she done talked her way out. You know? Man.
That's good.
Like the brother and mother does this. It's really just the burning.
Yeah.
It's just burning.
Yeah.
If you got a solid one, you might want to spend a little extra overtime
do a
with
little
her.
extra.
If she, if she decent. But if she's just a regular old chick, really ain't like that, you just want to pop her.
No?
Get some, get your rocks on.
That's it.
And then all your senses come back.
And all your senses come back.
This bitch, let me go where the brothers at.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Let's go do a lesson.
Yeah. That's the battle of the flesh and the spirit. If a brother could get, what is that in Romans? Is it the 8th chapter or where he speaks about the battle of the flesh? It's either the 8th or 8th chapter.
Let me get this quick precept real
You
quick.
said Romans 8?
Romans 8.
This is 1 John chapter 3 verse let me see let's see, make sure.
8:13, 8:12.
Yeah, so you can start at start at 5.
Okay, God, let me get this real quick.
Go ahead, Mother Joe.
God, this is 1 John chapter 3 verse 16. It says, thereby we perceive we love the Most High, because we lay down his life for us. We ought to lay down for our lives for the brethren.
That's
So,
it.
yeah,
That's
that's
it.
good too, man.
And that ain't just talking about it ain't just talking about dying for him physically. It's talking about everything else is second hand to the brothers, man.
Yeah.
You know, people in the world don't come before your brothers in the faith, man. They not serving y'all about Shemel Shah. Why the fuck would you give something to somebody that ain't serving y'all about Shemel Shah?
You know?
Before you give it to your brother.
You know?
They not helping you get to the fucking kingdom. It's quicker to get the fuck out of captivity.
You know? And that's why even in the scriptures, man, just to go back to
I don't even like teaching the scriptures to my family.
yeah,
it's like, fuck no. Let a brother ask me questions.
you know?
I'm gonna give you this wisdom so you can just forget it and cast it aside.
You get pearls and swines, man.
You don't deserve it. You don't deserve that.
That used to be me. I used to be one of, nah, look, this one.
Yeah,
And they be like, well, what about this? And they don't
Yeah,
even
fuck that,
digest what you said.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'll be like, yep, you right. Yep, Jesus, yep. He died on cross for you. That's right.
Yeah.
Jesus your savior, yep.
I hate when my family like, oh, well, you know, he one of them Israelites. Go ahead, tell him what he looking like.
Because in my case, I've told my family the truth. So they've already reset. You know what I'm saying? So when they start asking questions again, it's like, no. You right.
You got it.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my family members back up in Ohio. My cousin, he happened to be in the truth. He's in the GMS Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I ain't talked to him in a minute. You know, Labor Day came around. It was like, you don't come to the picnics no more. Have you talked to your cousin? You know he doing that Black Hebrew Israelite thing.
They said that to you?
Yeah, but they know. But it's just like, if they talk about him, you can imagine what they saying about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I done heard some shit too. My friends behind my back. Which shows you when you hear that too, that shit'll hurt. When you hear that, because I had a dude in the world that had stopped by. This was when I first came to truth, and he heard my family talking shit about me behind my back. That shit hurt. I'm like, dang. But it make you realize that they really are your enemies when it comes to this shit.
Man, foes of your own household.
Shit, I'll be all the time.
Blood runs thicker than water.
You know, a brother ain't gonna say no shit like that about you.
Right.
Brother ain't gonna call you weird or call you. Brother never do that shit to me. If you do, there ain't no fucking
Bro,
brother.
we are weird to this world. We're strange to this world.
Yeah.
And we want to be strange to this world.
Really though, we normal. They the weird ones.
Well, no, but I'm just, but look, James 4:4, 1 John 2:15. We're supposed to be the opposite of this world.
Yeah, they don't understand that, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So they talk shit about you.
Oh yeah. He don't care about nothing over here.
But little do they know, you actually care about them
Yeah.
a lot. That's why you told them the fucking truth in the first fucking place.
You know?
But then all that shit goes out the window and you realize, fuck you.
Yep.
Because if the Lord don't want to save you, I can't do nothing for you any damn way. If the Lord don't want to give you the wisdom, what the fuck am I even doing?
Right.
It ain't me that can save you no
Yeah,
damn way. So
yeah.
I told you, the Lord didn't want to open you up, so
We didn't increase
I'm going on by my way.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead, bro.
Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You know? So hey man, we told our people the truth, but now they have become our enemies, man. Because they don't like the light, man. They don't like the truth. They don't like being rebuked. You know, they don't like correction. They want to dwell in their wickedness, man, and think that Yahweh Shai is going to save them, man.
Isaiah 8:20. A light in them. No?
You gotta keep telling them leave that abominable food alone. They don't want to listen. Okay, then we be sick. Keep going to the
Why you
hospital.
got a migraine?
Keep getting pharmaceuticals and killing yourself. Right?
Look, you just ate breakfast. Damn, headache won't leave me alone. Meanwhile, you letting that bacon grease cool off so you can pour it in that old Crisco container.
You know.
Reuse it again.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Salam. But they that are after the flesh, the Spirit, things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. For it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
Yeah, so like the brother Zariel said, they don't like to be rebuked because they carnally minded. They're not subject to the law. So they have enmity. It ain't us that they hate. They really hate Yahweh Shah. And you ain't supposed to eat that. And you ain't supposed to do that. Hey man, look, stop telling me you fucking with another man's woman. You ain't supposed to do that shit.
Remember Boosie?
Yeah, flip the bird.
Yeah,
They flip the bird. Talking about, I can't eat. Oh, go ahead, God. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You hate what that the Lord gave you law, statutes, and commandments.
Yep.
You want to do wickedness.
Yep.
Come.
Which goes back to what I said earlier. Jake is just wicked, naturally wicked. Because they don't want to be corrected. They don't want to change their ways. They like being evil. We grew around these niggas. They like doing evil. They like who shiesty. Nigga name is shiesty. And they like being shiesty niggas, grimy niggas.
Spot him, got him.
Yeah.
Spot him, got him, got scared and told.
Yeah.
You bring your girl around nigga in the world that's supposed to be your best guy. He looking at your girl ass.
Yeah, come.
He in his mind he like, I ever get the
About to
chance.
drop a dime on
If
him.
I ever get the chance, I'm
Yeah,
a fuck. A brother like, yo,
Don't
don't even
even
bring your
be
girl
around your
around.
girl.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if it just happens that you have to bring her around, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
High and by.
Hey, how you doing? Bros don't even want to lock eyes with a brother's woman. Your best friend in the world that you had in the world, he only your girl. He friends with your chick. He joking with her. He touching on the girl. That's how it was in the world. Every time I brought a girl around dudes in the world, it was like on some. They damn near. They just ain't fucking her. That's it. But they all in her face, joking with her too. It ain't like that amongst the brothers, man.
He don't love you.
Yeah, they'll joke that's that behind the hand shit. Or they try to joke you in front
That's
of your
called
girl.
dirty.
Yeah.
You know he wearing my shoes the other day.
Dirty man. They'll say some shit that from back in the day to make himself look good. And you look good. Remember when such and such?
Yeah. Oh, Peanut, you big now, huh, Peanut?
Damn, bro. Hey,
What's up, little bro?
Yeah,
That's how little bro you and
yeah,
shit.
little bro.
30-some years
Yeah,
old.
that's how it is though. But brothers ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Brothers ain't like that.
That's what it's time to kick in.
Wicked.
Jake fucked up. yo.
That's exactly Jake, man. Every friend I had in the world will belittle your ass, man. You know?
Yeah, one of my supposedly like this dude looked for drama, so if I had issues with somebody in the street, they'll take care of it before I even get there, right? He one of them.
Yeah.
Cause he just like it. So I'm thinking this is my man. He put work in. Man, he at my number one crib. She called me telling me, man, he's saying that how you don't deserve me. I'm like, damn, you ready to kill for me, but you don't want me to be happy with my woman.
That's wild. That's wild.
But that's Jake though.
Yeah,
That's-
And the scripture say you should know a friend in the day of adversity.
That's it.
Niggas like that, hell no. You want them niggas fall away from you because they'll kill you and take your bread.
Yep.
I'm sorry, bro. I gotta do this to you, bro.
Mhm.
I ain't ate in a week.
Mhm.
I gotta do you.
Mhm.
My brothers keep.
Yeah,
That dude will do that to you very fast.
That's Jake.
Bro, we going from knee high.
Yeah.
Bro, I gotta do it to
You
you,
gotta
bro.
do it.
I gotta do it to you. A brother ain't gonna do that to you.
Yeah,
You know?
that's Jake. They go off impulse. They ain't thinking about the
A
long
brother
term.
give you his last.
Yeah, that's it.
A brother be
That's
like,
it.
you know what?
I know
I'll
the
go
Lord
without
will.
today, bro.
Yep.
Lord bless me. Say, hey, you seem weaker than me. You gotta rest.
That's it. That's it.
That's how a brother would do.
That's it.
And living world.
Yeah, impulse. They want to eat and greed. Even if they're doing something, for the time it's for your benefit. You know, there's an alternative motive with Jake. Jake just got that wickedness in his heart. You know.
I did a lesson last night. Everyone is literally your
Yeah,
enemy
literally, yes. I watched that.
who is not in the truth.
Yep.
So we understand these things and we understand the nature of Jake. You know, so we shouldn't be confounded in that day when you're, you know, betrayed by your friends or your family or whatever.
Yep. That's why the scriptures tell you, be not,
or even your woman.
be not unevenly yoked with non-believers. You know. Because if they don't have the solid foundation, Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, you know, they subject to do anything.
And niggas always get you in the soul.
Yeah.
Niggas in the world always get you in the soul, man. It don't matter what it is. You just feel like something about to happen. Something gonna happen tonight. If I go with these niggas, something is bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? We might get in a car accident.
You gotta trust your instincts.
We may get in a fight.
So,
You know what I'm saying? We may get in an argument with some chicks. Something gonna happen because they they don't have no foundation.
Yep.
They just toss to and fro. With the brothers, whenever you go with the brothers, you just feel safe.
Yeah.
You just, I ain't gotta watch my back.
Yeah.
Cause I know the brothers is watching. I know the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Cause you watching your brother back. He watching
he
yours.
watching
You
yours.
don't gotta watch your own
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You, but that's, you got me, I got you. Let's go. And you feel a peace. You know what I'm saying? The scripture said, "Where two or three are gathered in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, that He is in the midst." So when brothers go out, it's like we can't even be touched.
You know.
You know, it's like it's a force field. We can go anywhere and be good as long as we ain't doing no nigga shit.
Yeah.
As long as we just brothers going out to eat or going to do something, it's like a force field around us.
Yeah, we moving with
We
wisdom.
can't do shit. We can't do shit. We can go wherever. We can go wherever. People just go, Lord, put a spin on this one. Keep moving.
Yep.
They damn near won't even notice.
Yeah.
You know, that's how the Lord operates. But you go out with some niggas in the world, and the eye looking at you,
Yeah.
you feel uneasy. Like, man, shit. You on edge. That shit ain't a good feeling, man.
Every time back when I was in the world, I used to go out. Like you said,
You always on edge.
anxiety levels high. You trying to have a good time. You know, don't let you be high and getting rhythm from a fine looking woman. The wolves on the wall looking like a word. Oh, he think we pretty.
Oh, yeah.
And we see them niggas all the time. Like even when we go out, or you go out, you know, with a shorty, you see dudes. They got their fresh fits on, but they looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Nigga put his best fit on just to bring that other nigga. Or be scoping or some shit.
Be staring down the chick, won't say nothing to her. Then you go say something. Now they want to
It's a
add it. They want to have a problem with it.
That's why
I'm
I
really
probably
mad
go
at
to the club.
themselves.
Yeah,
There's a
pretty
lot
much.
of anger to themselves, tell the truth.
Pretty much.
You know.
I see some niggas she try to get his girl, and next thing you know, some dude grab her and you go off with her. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
that shit happens too. Hey, Jake,
I
it's
said,
disrespectful
damn.
and adulterous, man. You know, it's just in Jake's nature. You know, that's why you should stay out of them clubs. You know, stay out of scenery just where
Club
they.
ain't nothing good
That
for
ain't it, man.
Unless you coming to pick up some of the food, put some of the wings.
Come.
Oh, grab your food and keep it pushing.
Jake,
That's
keep going.
Have one little quick, whoop.
Yep.
All right, I'm
We
out.
out.
Cause the whole vibration off.
Yep.
Specifically them black nigga clubs. The whole vibration of the music they playing.
Yep.
Niggas got blunts, everybody got a blunt. Ain't no Rebecca or Sarah's in it.
Nope.
It's all Beyonce wannabes
Girls,
and
my
Meg
God.
Thee Stallions. Mine's is fucking gold. Yeah. City girl spirit. So what you gotta have wisdom and know what you're walking into.
Yep.
You know what type of environment you're walking into. Niggerville. You know what I'm saying? Straight,
Right.
Yep.
just straight niggerism.
Yep.
Don't try to act like
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be a good night. Oh, you know what the fuck you're putting yourself
Yeah.
in. Somebody might shoot.
No, dude.
I was just about to say,
Oh yeah.
how many
yeah,
people
yeah.
have lost they gave up the ghost right as soon as the club got let out?
Yeah, you know.
Think about how many people
Straight
got
bullet.
killed. Yeah.
That's right.
A lot of people have lost their lives just because they Wait, what Cat Williams said? He said, I've been shot before. Ain't fun. Ain't no bitches come out. Ain't no music come on. He said he's sitting there watching. He said he's sitting there watching two other dudes go at it.
Yeah.
Look, these niggas about to get shot. He got popped. You know what I mean?
That's how it is, man.
Yep.
That's why the elders say stay away from the clubs.
It's like Hancock
Same
when he
people,
got
same
away
people.
from the chick. He got stronger.
he got
You get away from niggas,
Yeah.
you get it, your vibration get higher. The closer you get to niggas,
Yeah.
And that's Satan too.
Yeah.
Because you catch yourself, you hang around with them niggas you say hanging around, you catch your spirit, get level, get down, and
because you got to dumb
you
yourself
feel like
down.
you gotta repent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're around niggas. You know?
You got to dumb yourself down because all their wisdom is of the other world. They want to talk about Lil Wayne. They want to talk about some stank holes. They want to talk. They don't want to talk about no geopolitics.
Hood politics.
You know what I'm saying?
Hood politics.
Yeah, geopolitics. They want to tell you about dumb shit. Ask them about Russia.
Yeah,
Ask them about
right.
Iran. Ask them about the economy.
They don't even care about that shit.
Nigga don't even know. Ask them what bricks is. Nigga, brick.
Right,
I got
right.
bricks in my house. I got bricks, nigga. That's what I'm talking about. That's niggas for you, man. I got them bricks,
Got
nigga.
20 grams, 28 grams right here.
Yeah.
Niggas don't know shit, but that shows you the beautiful hand of the Lord, how He's working within us, and how low of a level the rest of our brothers are, the 2/3. We're on a whole other level, but we're on a whole other vibration.
Even on the low level, at talking about the 50 cent burgers, they like, oh, those shit's
yeah.
good as hell.
Yeah.
We like, hold up, you actually tried it?
Yeah.
I'm about to go grab some more.
But the nigga that record, man, motherfucker, man, you take $3 is good, but really that shit nasty.
What he
man.
said he was
My
shit.
stomach like boots in a fucking bed, man.
He said it's like boots in the water.
Hey, it's like
He
you
said
like,
he was shit for 2 hours.
it's sad, bro. Man, them fucking burgers, man.
One motherfucker was eating a hamburger and said, this is good,
Yeah.
but tastes different. But he still ate the shit.
What he said, boots in the dryer.
Yeah, that one was funny when I first seen it. It was, man, bro, them McDonald's burgers, bro. He's like, man, our people in the goddamn. Then he got the gold. I know them niggas, our people from down south. Them gold cap. That's the down south nigga. Them gold. And man, bro, you eat a burger, bro. Fuck. They gotta
Especially-
fucking go.
They gotta go.
They different.
Yeah.
They gotta go.
Different type of niggas out there.
What would possess you to get a 50-cent burger or $1 burger? What
Come on.
The ingredients would cost more, you would think.
Think about how much it takes for you to make a burger.
Right,
You
lettuce,
gotta get beef.
tomato.
You gotta get lettuce. You gotta get your sauce. You gotta get your cheese. You know what I'm saying? The preparation it takes.
Cheese more than
They selling you a burger for 50 cents.
Yeah.
It's not nothing on that. The bun ain't real. The lettuce ain't real. The lettuce is. They show you how that lettuce is plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic.
They make it in the water.
That shit don't break down.
It don't. None of that shit breaks down in your body.
I told my peoples, you know what I mean? That's my peoples in the world. We stand in family, but we cooking out. I said, where the cheese at? He said, it's in the door. It's that crab shit. I said, this ain't real cheese. He got mad. Yes, the fuck it is. I'm like, this shit says cheese product. That's fuck that. That's real cheese. You can't tell me shit.
They just remember the bad times you had when that little bit of cheese just got him through. So he like, oh man, it was good. That's good. He made a little grilled cheese with some butter. Now he think that's heaven.
That
You
government
know?
cheese was the project.
Yeah.
But you think about a lot of the ailments. You think about a lot of the ailments you suffer from now. It's because of the diet you had growing up. All that shit catches up with you. Like a lot of shit that we deal with is because of our diet. It was so fucked up. We're so nutrient deficient. The pan,
Other chemicals in it.
Kool-Aid, bro. I drunk Kool-Aid every fucking. I used to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you had the domino sugar?
the white sugar.
You had the domino sugar? Was it the
The
domino?
the sugar is the devil, literally. That white sugar is the devil.
Yeah, that's just-
And I posted a video in the chat how cancer lives on sugar. It thrives on sugar. That's why cancer is so big now. You putting the whole shit, you stirring it. Yeah, I gotta get it halfway up.
Damn.
You ain't even use a
You
measure.
had the big spoon.
Bro,
Yeah.
when one jug went down, I'm making another one. I was the one in the house that made the
You
Kool-Aid.
mixing
It
reds,
was
right?
bad.
You was mixing reds. As long as it was red.
Red, man. What?
Mary.
And you wonder why you got
eye problems, you suffer from migraines, all type of shit.
My first, my daughter's mom, her family from the country out here.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen this. Made the Kool-Aid, filled it up, had the big picture, had this much left. She said, hold on, we ain't got the CNC gingerbread. And topped it off with the CNC gingerbread. I said, what the fuck is this? I said, damn, you know, ain't nothing but sugar. But that's, and they, like you said, our people drunk that every day.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. It's sad, man.
And you got to stir for like
You
10
gotta
minutes just to get
stir
that,
like
shit,
a
that sugar
mother-
dissolved.
Yeah. You're not just drinking one cup. When you especially if it was the red one.
That ain't good.
And you said the red one.
Because the shit was cheap. The package of the Kool-Aid was, you can run through that
It was
shit.
like 25 cents.
Yeah, you can run through that.
25 cents a pack.
I used to make them shit all throughout the day.
And before our generation, what was it? Tang?
Tang,
Yeah.
Tang, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember
And
that.
that shit
Even,
is
even with this fake healthy shit, that shit is nothing but sugar.
Yeah.
Some little packets and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta really.
You gotta look
I found one that's straight natural. But most of that shit,
You
you
gotta
think
look at the
it's
ingredients.
yeah, it's bullshit.
Anything that say sugar, stay away from that shit. Even the Postal Harbor shows that. Sugar, anything that just say sugar, stay the fuck away from it. Sugar kills your fucking body.
Honey.
Because your body produces sugar, glucose. And when it breaks down food. So when you're putting that fake white sugar in, that crystallized bullshit in you, it's killing your liver, it's killing your kidneys, and it's causing a lot of diseases, man. It's breaking down your immune system, which leads, when your immune system is broken down, that's a gateway to all type of sicknesses. Once your immune system broke, you can get any type of sickness. From fucking the common cold to fucking full-blown cancer.
It starts with inflammation.
Even that white-
Inflammation, mucus.
Even that white table salt.
Yep.
That's the worst thing for you.
Yep.
So I've been using Celtic salt.
Yep. You can use Celtic, pink Himalayan.
Yeah.
The pink Himalayan has a lot of minerals that naturally from the earth because it comes from the ocean.
40 or 60
Yeah,
minutes.
natural minerals.
Celtic salt does too.
So because it comes from the earth.
Yeah, ocean.
Table salt does not.
Why you think sea moss is so popular now? The sea moss it has 92 minerals of the 112 minerals we need in your body. You know, but man, real quick, a lot of people don't understand what inflammation is. So say I roll my ankle right now. Because it's hurt, it's going to naturally swell up. It's going to inflame to protect what's injured. So when you put that sugar, that salt, it's artificial to your body. Your body inflames because it's trying to corner that bullshit. And that's what causes the sicknesses. You know, that's why mucus, like the brother said, mucus. And mucus is one of the most dangerous.
Because it traps. Your body has good bacteria and bad bacteria. You don't, but you're supposed to release the bad bacteria. That's why you fart, you get musty, you burp, you sweat. When you wear socks and you sweat, that's bad bacteria that's supposed to be released that's getting trapped in these cotton socks. That's why it has that smell. Anything that has a bad smell on these bodies is bad bacteria that's trying to leave the body. And when that bad bacteria gets trapped in your body, that's when sicknesses occur. When you're not releasing bad bacteria. What fights off the bad bacteria? Good bacteria. How do you get good bacteria? How do you feed the good bacteria? Minerals. Probiotics. You know what I'm saying?
Postbiotics.
Your health has to be up. If it's not, you're gonna be sick all the fucking time.
I was going to say one more thing, if I may. And another thing beautiful about this truth, we really get into what's good for us. You know what I mean? I started getting a deodorant with that no aluminum and all that bullshit. And the first 2 weeks I get home, I smell like Game 7, double overtime, yo.
Subway closing up.
I'm like, why am I funky like this? Because I'm not
Your
natural.
body adapting.
That aluminum keeps the toxins in. So now that I'm not using that aluminum that keeps all that toxin that's trapped in your pores is coming out.
Because you got lymph nodes under your armpits.
Lymph nodes. Yep.
That's why
You got lymph nodes under your armpits,
Yep.
your throat, stuff like that. The one thing that I've been really getting into, because my knees swell up, my ankles swell up, and I'm wondering why am I swelling up after I drink water? To find out, I have been magnesium deficient.
it's either
Magnesium pills and I started using the Celtic salt. Magnesium into your system and grow.
Hydrate.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get up them pills.
Yeah.
You know, the water pills
The
and shit
water
like that.
pills, yeah.
You know, that shit, you know, like it really messes with your kidneys and your liver and shit like
Yeah.
that. But so the brotherhood is what actually teaches you these things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Because
that's
outside
right.
outside of this, I wouldn't have never really delved into
The
it.
next thing I think brothers should look into is curcumin.
Yeah, that's
Get
good.
into curcumin, but get the liquid
Yeah.
Okay.
because it hits the system better.
Yeah, that's the same. It's in the same family as black seed oil.
Turmeric,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Actually,
Yeah, black seed
it's in the
is cumin.
scriptures. It's in the scriptures.
Yep.
You know.
That oil
Oh,
of
okay,
oregano
yeah,
and
the
the
cumin.
joke.
Well, there's cumin and there's
cumin and
curcumin.
It's the
It's
same
part of the
thing?
same family. It's
Okay.
two
Yeah, it's
different
part
things.
of it.
Yep, you're right, brother.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other thing is that black seed, that oil of oregano.
Yeah.
I told you, brother. Did I tell you? That shit clear anything. Fuck around fart.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, those oils like that, you gotta be very careful
Yeah,
because
you gotta be
they're
careful.
very potent. Even like with tea tree oil, like treating rashes, and bacteria and
Yeah,
infections.
right.
Tea tree oil, I use tea tree oil. It just takes a little bit, even on
You
burns.
gotta cut it with water.
Even on burns.
Yeah,
I found this
it's
mouthwash, right, that has the minerals in it, and it uses essential oils.
Bam. Send that to me.
But you gotta
Or
be
toothpaste.
fucking
Yeah,
careful
yeah, you get that from Amazon.
because I was
Yeah.
using a little bit too much of it too often, and I developed what's the word for it?
High.
No, it's kind of like a cyst, but it burns, but it's a word for it. But the oils in it burn my tongue gum. So you have to be even careful with the oils. Everything is a fine balance, but that goes into us learning and adapting. You know what I'm saying?
That
The
oil
truth-
of
the
oregano,
truth-
you gotta be
Yeah,
careful.
you gotta be.
You- like the best way to take liquid is under your tongue and hold it.
Yeah.
It hits your system. Oil of oregano, you try to hold on. I wonder like how Malcolm X when they was getting their head dyed and shit, they was trying to hold on.
Yeah.
But that shit bring tears. You gotta throw some water back.
And even when we start to go that natural route, we have to be careful too. Take small increments when you're starting on different things because you might have developed certain allergies from the bullshit you put in your body.
That's right.
I've noticed that too. Like you may go something natural, but then it fucks with you because you have an allergy from the bullshit you've been putting in your fucking body.
And then, you know, now that we have all this knowledge, we find ourselves buying these natural herbs. Don't take all that shit at one time. You know, take it little by little in the day. You fuck around, take all black seed oil, sea moss, turmeric and I got turmeric and ginger.
Fucking Blake man.
Jake, I did that though. When I first started getting the herbs, man, I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna take all this shit.
You did it too, bro.
everything in one.
I try to space mine out through the day.
Nose running.
I wake up, I take a magnesium pill.
Oh
I'll
my
take my
God.
turmeric and
I
ginger.
said, what these shits go on?
Half an hour later before I leave, I'll take some black seed oil.
He said, what is it?
Cause I was in pain. I was in pain.
He said,
Drink 2 bottles of water. That's like 7 pills.
That's real. That's real.
Oil, oregano, ashwagandha, macaroon.
damn.
I was taking it
Heart
all.
probably bust out your
I
shit.
don't know,
Hey,
know about
bro,
the
sit in the crib with a hard on, sick like a motherfucker.
He said, what are these motherfuckers?
You done took the macaroon? Damn.
That macaroon, that's the war shit the Warriors took. I think it was Northern Kingdom. They grab it out the ground, throw it in.
You
and
know the vitamin, they got them at the vitamin store. It's like a vitamin drink. You just take a shot of it. So I took that, and I'm sleepy, but then I'm up. I'm like, oh, man. Having headaches and everything. I didn't know what to do, man.
But you know, but
He
this,
said, what are these motherfuckers?
you got antibiotics and you got probiotics. You got to know what to take, when, and for what. Probiotics is real good for your gut because a lot of sicknesses start at your gut.
Probiotics is good to take before bed too. Like if you you want something late. Like I bought it's like a probiotic yogurt drink, and I drink that before bed. That should set my stomach.
I drink that mushroom cola before I go to bed. The mushroom cola, it's not
Because
soda.
sometimes you may wake up with the bubble gut, the wrong shit.
Like, if let's say you eat fucking baked beans the night before, you shouldn't be fucked up in the morning. or whatever cause you have, but you can drink something before the night that settles your stomach.
Like,
even ginger. Like not that fucking Seagull ginger ale, because that shit don't have ginger in it. They probably got like 0.1% of ginger in there. That shit ain't.
That's why they got sued. Canada Dry got sued.
Yeah.
Because it said made with real ginger on it, and somebody tested it. It had, like you said, a 0.1, so they got sued.
All they gotta do is put a dab up in actual ginger, get you some real ginger drinks, and you'll feel the difference. You'll feel the difference in your stomach.
Actually, if you went and got some good water, you know, like mineral water or sparkling spring water, whatever, if you got that, you get your ginger root, you cut your root up and you add it into the water, add some turmeric or whatever, and stick it in the fridge.
My woman makes.
That's
My woman makes
And
that.
if you want a little sweet, you put some cane sugar in there, put a little, you know.
Yeah, my woman makes
Honey.
the tea. She lets it steep. She boils some water, puts the ginger root in it, squeezes some lemon in it, and let it sit for a half an hour. And it's banging, yo. But I want to say one more thing, and I know we can get back to scripture. Milk this was a good herb to take for your kidneys, your gut, and it's good to take out at night right before you go to sleep. That's when it's like restores your kidneys and stuff, you know.
See, that's the beauty of being in this truth, you know, because this conversation, although it's been a light one, it's a serious one. You know what I'm saying? Because you Jakes, man, you know, we're entering into the time where your immune system is gonna have to play its role. You know? Because here it is, you know, this devil's getting rid of the medications that you would normally take, you know, to get right with, like Benadryl and, you know, like all this other stuff. He's taking that off the shelf like right before the winter time. And if your immune system ain't somewhat up to par, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
You know? So
because you got to get this stuff, like brother saying, you want to be proactive. You know, so you want to be taking care of your body all throughout the year. So you don't have to worry about when winter comes. Your body is already built up to defend off any type of infections, bodily infections, and you just feel better throughout the year. You just feel better.
It's that onion and garlic too.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing that I put everything I cook. I put garlic,
Onions are very red onions, yellow onions are very actually when you be when your eyes water from the onions, you're actually cleansing out the inner eyelids. You're cleansing out bad bacteria out of your inner eyelids.
oh, Con, you know,
That's why you cry with the onions. You know?
yeah, Con, and that, you know, your eyelid ducts is tied in to your nose.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
So because you release through your eyes too. So people be like, man, I fucking eye.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
onions so better. Remember I told you that the old school way to detoxify your body. Put that two red slices of red onions in your sock at night and put it on the heel of your foot. In the morning, the onion will be like dark because it's pulling all the toxins out. You know, that's the old school way. Now they got, brother know about it. They got the new shit. That's why Big Mama say, "Oh, you sick? Put an onion in the sock and hang it at your door." You know what I mean?
I remember
Yeah, because our grandparents, they were more tied to those herbal remedies. Like I remember when I was real young, they said, "Oh, you sick? We gotta get a concoction from great grandma. She'll cook something up, and it'll be herbal kind of. It still have that herbal thing.
She had that wisdom, man.
Now it ain't like
Yeah,
that.
it ain't no more. You just go to the doctor.
Yeah, because them pills is killing.
Yeah.
Now some people have to take this fucking devil's shit,
Which
but,
is fucked up.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I gotta take a fucking pill. I hate taking that.
Because what the pills do is it opposed to whole. I think it's opposed to whole. One of the elders went into how his former kid, his pharmaceuticals is witchcraft. So they give you the illusion of you're feeling better, you're curing, but the problem comes back even worse. If that's all you rely on. If all you rely on is pharmaceuticals, it'll suppress it for the time being, but eventually it comes back even worse. That's why when I do my deliveries, I'm shocked at the amount of medicine that's going to these people every single week. They're reliant upon it. And why are you so reliant upon us? Because you're not getting better. You're actually getting worse.
It's just a band-aid.
You're getting worse. And you don't realize you're slowly killing yourself. That's why you have to change your diet. You have to change your diet.
Started with rocket.
That cancer video that I put in the chat, the guy was telling you how easy it is to just get rid of cancer. That video should be posted over all fucking, for the world to see.
What was it, Dr. Seven?
No, it was an Edomite guy going into, it's called how cancer lives on sugar. He was showing you how it all starts with your diet. And then when you see the early signs of you getting cancer, you just completely change your diet. He was going into how green tea, real green tea, totally kills cancer. Which Ammon and Moab, that's all they drink is them herbal teas. And they be living to fucking 90 years old. You know? It's all starts with your diet, man. But what does Esau tell you? No, pills. Let's take your kidney out. Let's cut you open. No. Change your diet. It's that simple. The Lord said I made medicines from the earth.
And one more thing, and this is a thing I love. I guess that's where we come from. That bread is no good for you. But I love, being from up north, we love subs, the hard roll, we used to call them butter rolls or whatever. It tastes good. It's hard to fight because I like sandwiches. But that shit, sugar. The sugar in the fucking bread, man. Diabetes.
I found a beautiful brand though, brother. It's of course they're gonna charge you for this shit.
They gonna bust you.
But it's real bread. It's grain bread. But it has the texture of the light bread. I forgot what it's called, but it's on the package says bread done right. They got white bread, but it's not white like you think it's white. It's still brown. But I've been trying to find like the holy type. They don't sell it like that. They don't sell it like that. So you want to make a sub, you gotta buy that fake ass.
Now you could go better. Damn, I want to try that. But bakeries, you could go to a fresh bakery. Hopefully it ain't got the bullshit. But a lot of that sugar comes from, and you would be like, well, why the fuck is sugar in bread?
Sound like pumpernickel.
I was just saying, that pumpernickel's the shit too.
Yeah, I like pumpernickel.
Now, bread, but as you were saying, bread is just like sugar. Man. It's still a carbohydrate.
Right.
So it still builds that mucus and all those things in your body.
Naan bread too. I made a sandwich with some naan bread.
Oh yeah.
Naan bread.
Shit.
That naan bread.
Make some garlic now.
Yeah.
But look, now my sister's mother, they're Ephraimites. Grandmother came from Puerto Rico and showed me how she made caramel. Do y'all know what caramel is?
Yeah,
it's nothing but burnt sugar. She literally put a whole bunch of that fucking domino shit in a cast iron pan and put that bitch on medium. So I'm waiting to see her put some more shit on because there's a Northern Kingdom dessert called flan. I don't know. All of a sudden you just start seeing the sugar crystallize. Like go from crystals to it started breaking down. Then she slowly started hitting it turns into caramel. So when next time you have some ice cream and you pour in that caramel, think about that ain't nothing but a whole bunch of sugar. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That shows you why everybody's so fucking sick, man. It's completely
and cheese too, and I love cheese.
And then you try to eat right, but these arm in the leg, you get goddamn selling your soul to the organic place.
Hell yeah.
You signing a fucking deal, a long-term contract. So it's just like we just in hell, man. We in hell.
This is not our rest, man.
Because in the kingdom, we gonna have control over that process.
Right.
Food production. We gonna control what's being produced, where it's going, what's being produced. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be behind the scenes of that. We ain't gonna have to depend on just going to the store and whatever's available to us. No, we're gonna be behind the farms, the factories, everything.
Like I was watching.
We're gonna be able to get beef, have the beef killed on the spot, go get it and eat it fresh. We never ate a burger like that.
I was watching Endgame. And remember, after Thanos already snapped his finger and 1/3 of the world, whatever it was, he was at his own planet, and he's walking through his yard, and he just grabbed a melon, pulled it off the plant or whatever, went in his little hut and started cutting it. And it's cooking like that. I'm like, that's gonna be the kingdom. Ain't no dumbass process where we're gonna spray some shit to preserve it. He just literally pulled that big ass fruit, whatever it was, straight off the plant. Yeah, man.
And the fruits, everything gonna be much bigger too. So a watermelon may be, a watermelon might be fucking.
Hey, it's gonna be
A
huge.
watermelon gonna be huge.
I like the size of that
That
car.
car,
Yeah, because think about it, ain't no toxins stopping it from growing
You know?
Yeah,
to its
yeah.
fullest potential.
Cause I seen it. I'll be seeing some pretty decent watermelons, and I'm like, damn, but watermelon like this, I'm seeing how much more in the kingdom. Because the scriptures tell you in the ancient world, took two strong men, you carry a cluster of
Right,
grapes.
right.
Now you can pick up grapes like this.
Yeah.
But in the ancient world, it took 2 men to carry.
Strong man.
And you know, we were bigger back in the day. So imagine how
So a
big
watermelon might fucking, you might be able to be in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Real talk. We the
Agree.
stuff we about to see is gonna be on a whole other level than what we've been exposed to. Even the scriptures tell us, consider how less stature ye are from the men before you. Now if you tall, if you 6'6", 6'5",
Right.
that was short in the
Jake
ancient
probably
time.
8-9 feet on the record.
Yeah. Easy. You know, you got the Canaanites.
That was
They,
what I was just
when
thinking.
you bowling them
Yeah,
niggas
yeah,
be, and they less stature than what they were. And they be fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Con, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a fish. You know, like if you stick a goldfish in a little tank, it won't grow no bigger than the size of that tank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But our kingdom's gonna
Look at the wind shake.
grow.
That red snapper gonna be like this.
What?
That red snapper, the shit.
Don't be surprised if you brothers may be 14 feet.
Yeah,
Don't be
God.
surprised.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised at what you gonna see when your house. Hey, we don't know what we about to turn into. You know, something way greater than this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a small thing for us to even change our stature in those days, you know?
Yeah, you gonna be able to shrink yourself. You know, we
See
gonna.
what these slaves talk about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You like cloak yourself. You got to cloak yourself, stand right by.
Yep.
They just stay. They don't even see you.
Yahushua did it
Yahushua did it
right after
when he resurrected.
Con, you know, like right after he was crucified and he was resurrected, you know, the other apostles, you know, like was sad and stuff like that, and the Lord was like, why y'all sad, you know? He had a different form on him.
Yeah, he was shooting the shit with these 2 guys. They was talking about what had happened.
Yeah.
It was like, man. He was like, why y'all sad? It wasn't the disciples. It was some other 2 men.
Was it?
Yeah.
Con.
And
Let me
then
get it. Let me
yeah,
get it.
go ahead. I don't believe it was disciples. But he showed up on the disciples when I believe it was Mattathias didn't believe.
Yeah,
And he showed him his hands. That was after, but he appeared to those men walking. Matter of fact, let the scriptures tell you. If you know where it's at, you don't know where it's at, I can find it. So he was shooting the shit when he was like, what happened? Like, they were like, you ain't hurt.
Yeah. You know where this is chapter is at?
I know it's on the page.
Okay, come.
Let me see. I think it's Mark chapter 16. Yeah, Mark 16. You know, Mark and Luke, they pretty much quote the same. It's just their versions of it. But Mark 16 and verse 12. This is right after he appeared to Mary.
Mark 16 and 12, you said?
Yeah, Mark 16, verse 12.
I'm looking. Can we bring it out?
Yeah, whoever got it, Mark 16.
This is Mark 16 and 12. It says, after that, he appeared in another form unto 2 of them as they walked and went into the country. I was just trying to see who the 2 of them was, but I'll continue on. It says,
No, let's get it in because that's the short. That's yeah, let's get it in Luke. Luke chapter 24. Luke 24 and 13. It's like Mark sometimes he'll have like a short version.
yeah, he direct with it.
Yeah.
This Luke 24 and 13. Luke 24:13.
Because when Miriam seen that he was risen, they went and told the apostles. They didn't believe.
21:13. That's another one.
So that's the one I told him. So he didn't go directly to the apostles. But so while Miriam was trying to tell them, y'all was shot back. They was like, no, get the hell away from it. So he went and he was just somewhere else, changing a whole different form.
Yeah. Go ahead. Con, it's Luke 24:13, and it says, and behold, two of them went that same day to the village called Emmaus. It says Emmaus. It says which was from Jerusalem about 80 furlongs. Yeah, so he's just traveling men from Jerusalem. It says, and they talked together of all these things which had happened.
So they talking about the crucifixion of Yahushua. Go ahead.
It says, and it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Yahushua himself drew near. He says, and went with them.
So he just came out of nowhere and started walking with them.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep. It says, but their eyes were holding that they should not know him.
So he didn't appear as himself.
Yeah.
He appeared as just another Jake.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. It says, verse 17, and he said unto them, what manner of communication are these that ye have one to another as ye walk and are sad? It says,
so he asked them, why are y'all sad? Why are y'all depressed right now? Go ahead.
It says, all right, now it tells you. It says, and the one of them whose name was Cleopas, he says, answering, said unto him, art thou a stranger in Jerusalem, and has not known the things which are come to pass there in this day?
So it was like, oh, you a stranger? Like, you don't know what happened? This is Yahushua they talking to. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it says, and he said unto them, what things? It says, and they
So
said,
he's supplanting them right there.
yeah. Yahushua good. He bad with that. Yeah, he bad with that. It says, and they,
Let me know if you know.
yeah. Hey, it's good. Hey, a lot of men that Yahushua talked to, when they look back into their past lives, they're gonna be like, man, that was a bad man. Even when he walked the earth, you know, in the time of walking in meekness, you know, because he was sharp with it, man. His mind was sharp in the way he handled situations.
Well, the beautiful thing about that is we get our memories back too.
Yeah, come.
So everything is going to be so much better because you're going to have a recollection of your whole journey on earth.
Yep. Even
all your incarnations, and everything's going to make complete sense.
Even if you was the men that walked with Yahushua, you know, it's
You're going to have all your
memories.
memories. You're going to know each and every brother who they were, where they were.
Oh,
we fought in this battle.
Look at how you cut.
Say we have no remembrance of
Former things, because it would totally affect your way of living. It would mess you up. If you were able to see what happened to you in your past incarnations, or if you were able to know your family, or you might be trying to search for your lost daughter that you bugged the fuck out. This in the year 20. This in the 16th century. But daughter, I want to tell her I love her. I never got to tell her.
When you found out you were one of the 12 or something, you be walking around like you the shit. Oh, I know I'm making this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're walking, who you be right now, you be doing whatever. You want to be, you know, being out here doing things in sincerity.
Right. You have a whole different outcome. It says, and he said unto them, what things? And they said unto him, concerning Yahushua of Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty in deed and word before the Most High and all the people. That was pretty much.
Keep going.
Okay, come. It says, and how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him to is to be condemned to death and have crucified him. But we trust that it have been he which should have redeemed Israel, which shows it was only for the nation of Israel. You know, it says, and besides all this, today is the third day since these things were done.
So they were like, we trusted that he was going to deliver us and redeem us, and he died and we didn't see him yet. Right? Go ahead.
It says,
so they lacked understanding.
Come.
Because he didn't tell those, he told the apostles that
Because they asked.
after I'm risen, you're going to have to prophesy to the uttermost parts of the earth. They thought he was going to rise back up and then the kingdom.
And then the kingdom, because even the apostles thought that. They said, "Is this the time where you shall redeem the kingdom into the nation of Israel?" You know, it was like, "Hey, no, there's more work to be done." You know, Who was that? It says 21. 22. It says, yea, and certain women also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the sepulchre. It says, and when they found not his body, they came, saying that they had also seen a vision of angels. He says, which said that he is alive. He says, a certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre and found it even so as the woman had said, but him they saw not. It says, then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart, to believe all that the prophets have spoken. It says, ought not a Mashiach to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? It says, in the beginning, at Moses and all the prophets, he expound unto them and all the scriptures the things concerning himself.
So he gave them a full breakdown of why that happened.
Why it needs
So
to
he
be.
went to teach them. So Yahweh Shah really just gave them a whole.
Yeah.
So them men might be elect.
Yeah.
Those men could be elect because he started breaking them down on why he had to. He didn't reveal that he was himself.
Yeah.
But he was willing. This is why Yahweh Shah had to die. This is why he's not here right now.
Yeah.
He had to endure this to get to the kingdom.
Yep.
You know. So keep going.
I'm sure he was. You can speculate that. I'm sure he was telling them, because he just spoke about the prophets. You know, about different things that Daniel spoke about.
Yeah.
You know, just speculation. You know.
Yeah, because it
Which
says
jarred
at the
their
beginning
memory.
of Moses
that's
and
it.
all the prophets.
Yeah.
So he
you
was
know.
giving
So he was
full
giving the breakdown.
Yeah.
It says. It says. Verse 28. It says, and they drew nigh unto the village, whither they went, and he made as though he would have gone further, but they constrained him, saying, abide with us, for it is towards evening. It says, and the day is far spent, and he went to tarry with them, and it came to pass, as he sat at the meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and brake and gave them, and their eyes were
So
open.
they wanted him to stay with him because they felt like, yo, this guy.
This man got heavy
something
understanding.
different
Yeah, he
about
got
him.
heavy understanding.
I feel different around. Come on, stay with us,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Come
come.
on. And they said they constrained him. Like, no, come on.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on. We
Yeah,
got some food in,
yeah,
some hot.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
come on.
yeah, yeah.
So he sat and he ate with him.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Go ahead.
It says,
Which shows you we're gonna be able to eat
yeah,
and drink. Because this is after he already passed. That was, he's still going through the whole transformation to his celestial body, but shows you we're gonna be able to eat.
yeah.
You know, go ahead.
It says, and their eyes were open, and they knew him. So then at that point, man, they knew. It says, and he vanished out of their sight.
Yeah, so right when they figured it
When
out,
they got it.
this is outside. So not only did he use the spiritual power of changing his form, he used the spiritual power of teleportation.
Yep.
All in that one instance, man.
That's why you got to read these accounts, man. You'll get a lot of spiritual understanding just from really sitting back and reading these accounts that are spoken about. You know, not just a one precept, but getting a whole breakdown of what's happening. You know, because this gives us a visual of pretty much the things that we're going to.
That man got to be elect because his name is they named it clearly.
Yeah.
The guy that was walking with him, so he got to be he might be one of the brothers in the
Hey,
gang.
come.
That was one of the because you imagine if you sat and ate with him and he just vanished. Of course you're gonna do the work.
You believe.
You gonna do the work.
There.
Yeah, you out there, man. you out there, bro. If you see a man disappear and that's Yahweh Shah, you like, oh no, I'm doing the work.
I got
So
you.
he got to be part of the work.
And also you're gonna have to have some level of understanding, to understand what Yahweh Shah was explaining to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like,
When they was concerned, they were saying, so they were followers. They were already followers, so they definitely.
They already had
they
the conversation. Yeah.
Because the scriptures speak about a great multitude outside of the 12 that were followers, and Lord willing, we were part of that believers. Lord willing, we were the men that were sighing and crying when Yahweh Shah, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we wasn't on the opposite spectrum, because if we were, you know what's happening when you come back. So we about to go ahead and wrap it up. If you brothers ain't got anything else.
You got anything? Hey, Con, so with that, amen, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. You know, hopefully it's edifying. You know, we come out to do what we've been called to do. Lord willing, we continue to endure, and, you know, and fight until the end. You know, but with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, glory unto Yahweh. Come on us to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Kwame Yasha'Allah.
Kwame Yasha'Allah.
Walk of the ball.
Walk of the ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.